By Live Farm 73 here, and I thought I would answer your questions from yesterday's bug out bag practice. Walk it like you talk it. I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions in the comments. I had a lot of questions in the emails. I had a lot of questions while I was walking that I could not see. I wish I would have saw a lot of them, but y'all saw what I was going through. I also want to start out by saying thank you to all the new people that joined in the Greenhouse Lounge. I appreciate you with all my heart. How you doing, Guinea Pendleton? I said I'm gonna start calling out the first 20 people, so I don't got to do that for about an hour, and then we gonna move on. I want to say this. I want to say thank you to everybody that kept saying, Led, you got an electric lighter? You got an electric USB lighter? And I'm like, what the hell is a USB lighter? And you know something? Now I do. And it's awesome. So I'm going to talk about this first, and it lights stuff right up. Here's the problem with this. It's so slick. Y'all know I'm a Zippo collector. I even bought the Zippo inserts for all of my favorite jackets. They fit in there snug. I ain't even gonna pull it out. You can just buy just the insert. So there you go. Awesome. Only flaw with this, family, everybody was asking me about it. Only flaw with this, and I carried this yesterday with me. Only flaw with that is they are not waterproof. So that's a problem. The butane fueled and kerosene fueled ones are. All you gotta do is let them dry out, and you can reuse them because they got a flint in them. That thing, I think if that gets wet, and I'm gonna actually put it to the test. I'm gonna waste a little money and put it to the test, and I'm gonna put it, submerge it in water, and I'm gonna see if it pans out or not. So I'm gonna go back in here and say what's up to the first 20. Guinea Pendleton, DP, Nene, Coconut Cart, Fifi's Journey, Tar Heel, I can't pronounce your name, my friend, Millennial Stetters, Deloria, Prepare for Anything, Grow What I Eat, Cause I Said So, Lady T, Cause I Said So. You had a lot of questions. I answered. Lady T247, Sam Lanier, G Alexa, From Seed to Table, She Is Sunshine, Maria R, Delgado 747, Telly, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Rose Keener, Grow What I Eat, I got you, so I must back that back up. Bonnie's Carol Creations, Cheryl Faulkner, K Natural One, got that one. B Irvin, Josie B, Miss Green, Always Awesome, Angela, Mona Farms, 2 Max in a pack, Miss Native Cherokee, Cheryl Faulkner, Sun Kissed a Girl, Sun Kissed, oh, GA Girl, okay, and got that one. Kenny Ross, Lisa Williams, Jenny Rivera, Mario Castillo. Okay, and I think that's about it. If I did, Ivy Organic, man, I almost left you out. What's up, brothers? Good to see you in here. Ivy Organics in the house. So let's get right into it. I told y'all about the Zippo lighter. I wanted to let y'all know that immediately. USB lighters are cool. Yes, they are. They even have a little safety on them. You can't hit that button until you slide that up. And then when you hit this button, that's when the party start, right? Okay. It's awesome. Problem is they are not waterproof. That is a problem because you really want to use this while you're hiking and outside. Starting to grill, good idea. I'm gonna say good idea. Hiking, camping, out in the open, the test is still out, so we're gonna do a test together with that to see if are they waterproof, because there's nowhere I can find on any one of them. I bought 4 of them, 4 different kind, and none of them say waterproof. So we're gonna try that out, okay? All right, family. Number 1, I'm gonna start this whole thing out. You can still ask questions in the comment section, in the chat, and I'm gonna come back and ask them and answer them rather later. That's what I'm gonna start doing. You ask the questions and I'll come and answer the questions before the next video start, no matter what it's about. So I'm gonna just show you a few things that I switch out in my bag, because everybody was asking me. My friend Learn to Grow My Own, he said, Sunny Backyard Farmer, what's up, man? Carbon Q, and for barbecue, all the people in the good God, everything fresh and sassy, all my blue folks in the house, what's happening? Crafty Mom's Creations. Everybody was wondering what new things would I change up, and I told you guys. Remember this water pack that I had? I don't think I ever showed you guys. I never pulled it out for you. It's really just a shower, but I was using it as a water containment system for just in case. And this will hold like 5 gallons of water or so. And yeah, there it go right there, 5 gallons. And it has a spigot for a shower. Last thing was on my mind was this thing, but it was easy to drink out of. So, it's cool and all, but this takes up more space in your bag, right? And I started thinking, carrying 5 gallons of water back to my camp or wherever I have it, is that feasible? You know, depends. So I did purchase several other things. Of course, you know, where'd I do it? Instead of 5 gallons, 3 liters, take up less space, way lighter. Okay, so that's carrying 3 liters of water for you right there. Then I got my hydro pack. This is like carry on you. Everything I'm showing you, everybody, I already put it in the description box below in the link. So you say, did you put up the link yet? All the links are up in the description box. I made sure I did that first this time. This is what's cool about this. This right here. This is what's cool about this. Now I put this in all of our bags. And this literally goes in this little bag. This almost looked like a feminine product, little bag that I've seen before. All of this just fits right inside of this little bag and goes down in your bag. But it can carry 3 liters of water. That's awesome to me. And it's silicone. Awesome. It's not just plastic, because you know you've been plastic so many times. Is done for. Silicone. So durable too. So that's awesome. This is what I had with me yesterday for just in case. I'm going to show you. Everybody was asking me about all this stuff. Somebody said, and that's one of the questions, Led, is that a baton on your hip? Yes, it is. So this takes the place of my baseball bat. Okay? So you get hit with this. It's a reason why police and military carry these, okay? I keep, she said, don't do that on my table no more. And they go right back in, retract right back in the case. And yes, this is what was on my hip. Everything is in the link below. It was something else I wanted to show you. Oh, boom, fishing. My fishing kit, I stepped my game up with my fishing kit. Your fishing kit can be exactly what I showed you before, but this is the other thing that I got, a K-bar. I got a K-bar knife. Your K-bar knife is almost just like your Glock knife, okay? It's almost identical. A K-bar and a Glock knife is almost identical. So I choose to go with the Glock knife for many reasons. K-bar also makes a fishing kit. All you do is wrap the line around this head here, and this is what you fish with. Instead of just having it around your hand, because anybody that fishes knows that'll tear your hand up. But inside, you can lift that head up and keep all your fishing gear in here. So today, before I'm done, I'm going to put my fishing gear in here so I don't got to keep it in that sandwich bag. Then I'll put this whole thing in that waterproof sandwich bag and lock it in. Okay? This is in the description box. And of course, fishing again. Y'all know I'm a gadget man. I am just trying this out. I'm just trying this out. This is the new pin fisher It's about as big as a marker, and it fits in the palm of your hand like this. It's a fishing pole, and it comes with a little reel, open end reel. I thought this was so awesome, and it don't take up no space, that I'm going to give it a shot and see how strong it is. I think it's a brilliant idea. The question is, how strong is it? So we will be using this. You will see me and Lady Led using this to test it out. Whether it breaks or not, we're going to do it. So I'm not advising this. It's in the description box, but this is untested, okay? I thought it was just so freaking awesome, and I'm not saying go out there and be trying to catch sharks with this, but in a creek for emergency reasons, survival, you know what I'm saying? You just never know, man. Little panfish, some crawdads, something to get food in your guts. Yesterday I had this on me, and I'm going to say this is the most important thing of all. Do not leave anywhere without a compass. They cost nothing. They cost nothing. This is $4 all day long anywhere. Don't go anywhere without a compass. Okay? This right here will, sometimes it could be life or death situation. And not just get a compass, learn how to use it. Everything first, I say, question, never been fishing. Is it easier than net or pole fishing? Yes, because if you don't know how to cast a net, you're not going to catch anything. Actually, there's a technique to cast fishing. If you don't know the technique to cast fishing, I'll show you how to do that too. My cast net is, I got 2 cast nets right here in my garage. If you don't know how to throw a cast net, and it takes practice and skill. It don't take nothing to tie some string on the end of a pole and fish with it. And put a hook on it and fish with it. Nothing. All right, I'm going to answer some questions that y'all asked me. If you still got any questions now, I'm going to answer those too the best I can. These are your questions, yours. I didn't make this up. You can go back, well, you can't see the emails, but you can go back and look at all these questions, who asked them or whatever. I'm not going to be putting nobody on Front Street. It ain't like that. Because if I wrote your question down, it was meaningful. The ones that was ridiculous, like I'm talking about, you know, it's probably a troll, I got rid of them. I didn't even write them down. So this is stuff that we really need to know about the practice that I did yesterday. I'm going to start. Number one, before I start that, I'm going to also let you know this because I saw a lot of this. Family. 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 I had some good questions from 2 people. And I was like, are they trolls? Are they trolls? Now, did you hear what I just said? I had to question and see if they were trolls with these excellent, excellent questions. I even circled them. Family, I don't know how old everybody is, but when you choose your YouTube name, I don't know what you in it for. Are you in it to actually be a creator or whatever? You gotta understand one thing, even for my younger viewers, you gotta understand one thing. Folks don't wanna see those names. Some of those names are so grotesque. Some of those names are so offensive. Some of those names that you choose for yourself will follow you, and someday you'll be ready to get some great job, and they'll look up your social media account, and your name is like Booger Picker 23. I'm telling you, I tell my kids this every day. Be careful on this social media, man. See, my life is almost over. You know, I'm running up on 50. My life, I'm halfway there. Y'all younger people, man, everything y'all do is this social media is gonna follow you. See, the stuff I did in the past was on paper that been burnt and gone somewhere. Y'all's will be here for eternity until they come walking back on this earth in sandals. You know what I mean? I tell my kids, I'll be looking at all kind of posts. Take that down. It's funny. It is funny. But I'm not the one hiring you either. Maybe what you're saying may offend your future boss. What's up, B Rich? Okay, so when I see names like the two names that I deleted, um, I gotta be honest with you. They were offensive or disgusting to the point of I won't even say your name. I don't even want to. Some people wonder why I don't. He skipped right over me because I'm not calling your name because it's either so disgusting or offensive, or I don't know what that means because some people say stuff in different meanings and it might mean something evil. I might be chanting some witchcraft crap or something. I skip over that, man. I skip over it. And trust and believe is not my ignorance, and it ain't because I can't read. Most of it's because, man, I'm not repeating whatever you just wrote for yourself. If that's what you listen, and I see a lot of people like, I can't pronounce your name. How do you spell that out? And while you pronouncing it, I don't know what you believe in, okay? Some words is just evil, man. They was derived from evil, and they just evil. And I'm not going to try to repeat something if I don't understand it, get it or nothing. All right? So I'm going to leave it right there. Now, to the questions. Boom. I got notes and questions. I'm going to start out like this. Right out the gate, okay? Somebody asked me, and I can show you all my stuff I wrote down. Your bug out destination. Family, I'm going to speak on this for a minute, okay? Your bug out destination, there is a misconception that you need a prime bug out location. But the definition of that prime bug out location has been a little blurred. The line has been blurred on what that means. I like to call it a meetup point. Where are we meeting up? Okay, all the branches of my family, friends, and everything. Thank you always, Angela. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I call it. I don't call it like I got a piece of land somewhere. People say if you're going to bug out, you need somewhere to go, meaning you need to have a piece of land somewhere. I totally, utterly disagree. Having a piece of land somewhere to go, that's your meetup spot, I do agree. But saying this is where we're going to be safe at, I disagree. Because you might get to your piece of land or property somewhere and somebody is already there. You read the story of the Three Little Bears. Somebody is already there. And who are you going to call if chaos pop off and tell them somebody is encroaching on my land? Who? The cops. It might be the cops that's on your land. People get that so twisted and screwed up. I be wondering, like, what are you thinking about? Do you really think you can fight an army that's already there if you're not staying on said property already? Let's be realistic, okay? And I'm gonna mark this off too as a question I answered. Let's be realistic for a second. If you get to that property, all right, and you have a problem, how many people you got with you? You're supposed to be meeting up with the rest of your party at said property. They're not all there. So it's going to be you against whoever is there. You don't know the lay of your land like that. You ain't there all the time. Maybe you do. But you still got to fight for your own land. Now, not only do you got to fight for your own land, you have to literally try to kick somebody off that's running from the same thing that you're running from. Okay. That's the same thing that goes on a lot in like Detroit, Florida, everywhere, where people, what is it called? Where they freeload in people's house. They'll move right in, squatters, squat in your house, and it take forever to get them out. The law knows these people don't belong there. The law knows that that's just your vacation house when you come there twice a year. So what? You still got to go through the right proper channels to get them out. Now, that's through the law. Now try to get those same people off your land and out of your house or off your property when law is up under the boot. You're going to have to literally begin your struggle to survive with a fight. So I gotta be realistic with this again. Think about it. If you get to that land and you have a problem, let's back up, rewind. It's people right now, and they're all friends of ours right now, with land, live on the land, and guess what? They having problems with people encroaching on their land right now. I can name two right off the top of my head. We got Gigi's Natural and Eco Neighbor, and we have Homestead Heart and Mr. Heart. They constantly have people encroaching on their land. Eco Neighbor and Gigi's Natural just got to their land fairly recently, and they already having problems with people just walking up like, doody doody doo. Is it okay to hunt here? This is where I always hunt. That kind of crap. You're going to have a problem. So instead of just saying, thinking for some reason that humanity is just so wonderful that everybody is going to read your no trespassing sign and abide by said sign, you need to think of it more of a meetup spot, you know? Because if it goes sour, you need to retreat. Okay, I'm gonna get on with that. So I say your 72 bug out, your 72-hour bug out bag should not be. Somebody said, where will I go? In another video I did. What good is packing a bug out bag if I have nowhere to go? That's utterly ridiculous to me. Why would I bother? This is how I hear it. Why would I bother trying to survive if I have nowhere to go? That's what I heard in my ear when you said, why would I bother packing a bug out bag if I have nowhere to go? I translated it through my brain as, why would I even bother trying to survive? The way I pack my bug out bag is, it ain't just 72 hours. I got skill set in my bag. I got the ways to trap food, ways to find water, ways to find my direction. So once you run out of food, it's time to start hunting for food, okay? So you just can't go off of things that you purchased up from the Amazon and all these other stores. You gotta go off some skill set. You gotta learn some skills, how to hunt some food. I'm gonna talk about that later too. So your bug out bag is, when you say I have nowhere to go, think about it. Where you should go should be in your bug out bag. Either you are carrying a tent or you're carrying multiple tarps and paracord. For me, where am I going? My destination won't just be my land. Where I'm going and my destination will be wherever I lay my head is my home. I'm a rolling stone. Wherever I'm going. Think about this for a second. The homeless, right? They are actually living what we're thinking about now. They living that life right now. They go wherever they're going to find some shelter, where they're going to find food, and where they're going to find water. When the homeless is looking for somewhere to go for the day, they just don't go to hang out and do drugs. No. Even with drugs, they're like, listen, okay, that's enough of that. It's about to rain. I need somewhere to go lay my head at and not get wet. I need something to eat. I need something to drink. Okay? So I'm gonna leave that there. So that's the same thing we should be thinking about. You should have where you're gonna stay temporarily in your pack. Tarps, paracord, all day. Because that might be your house for a little while, okay? So everything that I am showing you and everything I did in the last video, which I'm gonna link to this, I did in the last video. I carried that in this bag, okay? So I'm gonna get through that. That 72-hour bag, we're going to talk about that in depth because I don't believe in that at all. All right? All right, here we go. Would you take, number two, would you take a machete in real life? Yes. I'm not packing stuff up for show. I'm not packing things in my pack for YouTube. I'm going to need that. Now, you did not see that my machete yesterday for a reason. You didn't see that poking out the back every time I showed that camera. I put that inside my bag. I don't like that because there's not enough room in there and it was jam-packed. But I had it inside my bag because You see how many people I passed yesterday? And if they see this big machete coming out, I already, listen, oh my God. I already look like there's a crime scene around here somewhere and I might be responsible for it the way I was looking. You know, that's a quick way to call the cops. Like, he looks crazy. Uh-oh, look at that. He got a big giant knife hanging out his back like Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, that would have been a real quick way to end my day in jail. So definitely I would carry my machete. Definitely. I did carry it. I just didn't have it out in open. Okay. Question 3. Is that a baton on your belt? We answered that. Yes, it was. Okay. Question number 4. How should I prepare my kids? This is a good one. How should I prepare my kids' bag? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you right now, and I'm not gonna lie about it. These days and time, right now, is not the best time to be pumping out a whole bunch of babies. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. That's my opinion. It's just not. Because if something pop off, I'm thinking about the people we just saw over there fighting. I'm gonna say that. Over there fighting, and they had to leave some of their kids behind in that orphanage and stuff because you might have 6 kids, you can only carry 2, and then if your husband did not make it out of the fight, you're by yourself. How many of your 6 children can you take with you and properly take care of? A lot of those kids in that orphanage was left behind because of said situation. Having a bunch of, I know it's everybody's dream to be the Brady Bunch, but right now though, everything is dancing on a thin line all over every border. It's like, that's my own opinion, okay? I wouldn't. As bad as I want grandkids, I'm kind of right now looking at my kids like, just give me one more year, okay? So, all right. If you have children, the way I answer that, you prepare your children like you would prepare yourself. You have to deal with each and every child's needs, okay? And you gotta be minimal at it. All the squeaky toys and stuff like that, gotta go. You know, oh, this is their favorite binky, that gotta go. Believe it or not, that's weight, and that might cause a problem. I'm just being realistic. All those favorite stuffed animals, man, you know, I hate saying stuff like that, but it's just the truth, man. That you ain't where you gonna put this stuffed animal. Just, you know, they gonna be sad for a minute, but man, they gotta let that go. If things get bad like that, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you going on a real afternoon through the state forest. I'm talking about if stuff gets sour, baby, you gonna have to leave Mr. Bumpkins right there. He'll be safe. You gonna have to tell him something, okay? So I'm gonna say prepare your children and prepare their bags. You know, of course, way lighter than yours, but they still survive off the same things that you survive off of: food, water, clothing, shelter, so on and so forth. Just because they're little, they ain't nothing but just little people. That don't mean they have to be, and I ain't gonna get on that right now, but that's part of our problem in society. We starting to treat our kids like they're a whole different kind of animal, and they ain't. They just little us's, you know? And we like, oh, we done made up their own laws and rules. No, they just little us's. They got to abide by the same laws and rules we do. I don't know who made up the thing where we need to start giving them special privileges and everybody gets a trophy thing. I don't get it. Anyway, moving on. I told you that's a whole nother story. Number 5. Somebody asked me, no water or trees where I live, 100 degrees temperatures. They got snakes and they have no shade. What will I do? They ask, what would I do? I don't know if they mean I do or they do. I wouldn't do anything because I don't live in those conditions. So I'm going to put this here. If you live in those conditions, you need to prepare for your regional situation. Don't prepare for my situation. That's why certain things I'll be like, you might have to Google that. because you have to prepare. I don't live in Ohio anymore. So a big, heavy, down, double fat, triple fat goose coat and some Timberlands ain't in my repertoire anymore. So if you live in Ohio, Michigan, you know, New York, Chicago, if you're living in those cold regions, your bug out bag is going to be completely different from mine because you are in a whole nother element of weather. So, all right, that's a whole nother ball game. So, all right, here we go right here. Thank you for that. I don't know who did it, but thank you. All right, let's get at it. So you have to prepare for your environment. You have to prepare for yours. I can't do that for you, okay? So if you have no water, no trees, no shade, 100 degrees, the question is, what are you going to do? What's your next move? How should you be preparing to stay out of those elements? So instead of some of this stuff that I'm carrying, your situation, you're going to have to start pulling out these water bags and figuring out a way to keep them on you. Like your Camel pack. All right, you want a Camel pack, you want a couple of bags, and all this other stuff to carry your water. That's going to be way more important than having two 32-ounce bottles on your hip, like I had yesterday. So I'm going to say, just prepare for your own stuff, okay, your own situation. All right. Somebody asked me for the items list, and this happened a billion times. Items list for my bug out bag. Everything is in the description box below. Everything. So that was asked like a billion times. All right. And remember, get what you need, not what I need. All right. Let me see. Do I have a list of fire starters? Again, all of my fire starters is in that description box below. See, I was slick on it today instead of people keep saying, Lynn, where'd you get that from? Description box below. It should be there right now. Let me see. Let me check it myself. Because I'm on Hood Tech 73 channel. Yep, everything is there. Okay? So, got that. Walking stick brand in the description box below. All right? I even named about 5-6 people that kept asking me that. All right, the difference between an EDC and a bug out bag. Okay, some people call it a day carry, your day bag, your get home bag. It's just your ED. It's your everyday carry. Your everyday carry. I carry my bag, not the one you saw yesterday. That's we're going to explain that. Your everyday carry could be your purse. Women, ladies, you have purses with everything in it that you know you need. You need your feminine products, you need your lipstick, you got some pepper spray in there, you got your bus pass, you got your wallet, you got your ID, yada, yada, yada. That's kind of your everyday carry. But you also need to put something to defend yourself in that everyday carry bag. Same thing if you got an everyday normal book bag over your shoulder. Okay? Try your best not to put your weapons in the bag. Not all of them, okay? Not your main weapons. Because what does a thief look for first? If a thief comes up to you, they don't go for your pocket if you got a bag over your shoulder. A thief, the first thing they go for is they want to take that bag off your shoulder because they know they can wiggle that right off you, even if they have to tear off the straps or even cut the straps off. I even seen that back in the day. That was a long time ago. Somebody came up, cut their straps off the back of them, took their bag and ran. That was high school. But you want to keep some of your weapons on your person. So if that was to happen, you can still either defend yourself or, I'm not going to call it retribution. Let's just say you can help yourself get your bag back. Okay? So you keep some of your protection on your body at all times. And then you may want to keep something in your bag or your purse, whatever you're using. That's people ask me, you got your baton on your hip? Yep, and I had that popcorn popper in my pocket. So my pants was way out to here. If y'all, I had a scale, my popcorn popper, I had all kind of stuff, lighters, everything. Recovery. Thank you, Dandelion. Yes, your own recovery. All right. So the difference between the EDC is what you have every day, your normal everyday things to get you through your day safely. Now, your bug out bag, that is your I may not be coming back bag. That is your I need everything in here as if I am going to walk from here to Florida, from South Carolina to Orlando, Florida, and I'm not coming back. Okay? That's how I think your bug out bag is like, I'm not coming back. Keep that in your head, and it's easier that way. Your everyday carry, you know, forgot such and such. I get it when I get home. That's your everyday carry. Your house is flooded and it's floating down the river. You should have your bug out bag on, not your everyday carry bag, because your house is gone. Your history, now you have to stay with relatives or somewhere else. They're going to move you into some kind of stadium or something like that. What do you have in this bag that's going to keep you alive and well? Okay? That's your bug out bag. Okay. What change of clothes do you have in your bug out bag? You need a change of clothes. It ain't what clothes I have in mind. It's whatever you need in yours, okay? That's specific. So, okay, I'm going to keep on moving. Keep on moving, y'all. I'm going to try to keep this quick. It ain't quick. I'm sorry. Okay. How many pack? I don't understand what this question was, but I looked it up and I didn't quite feel the question. Somebody asked me, and I'm going to change this question because I know what it was kind of pertaining to, and I'm not going to touch it. I have seeds in my pack. Yes, I do. I have seeds to plant. If I just opened up to some oasis away from everybody and I need to restart civilization, I have seeds to grow several different foods in my bag. So I do have a seed bag in my bag. I know what they was going for, and I wasn't touching that with a 10-foot pole. That was another one of those ones that they had to go. Okay, one of them names had to go. And it was a weird kind of sneaky little advertisement in there. Anyway, could I review this? Could I review what's in my bag? That video, we've already did everything in my bag, and I'm going to link that video right after this bag. Right after this video, so you can go right to it, okay? So as soon as this video goes off, it's gonna just pop up. So you can just click on it. I'm gonna keep it moving. So that video will be in the end of the video. Somebody kept asking me this. For a second, I was like, are you trolling? What is this? Do I forage while I hike? It depends. I'm going to be answering the questions in the chat either when I see them or I will be doing it on the next video. Somebody just asked that question. Okay. Do I forage while I hike? It depends. If I'm out there and I'm just having a good time, then yes, I will start. It's wild persimmons, wild blackberries, wild blueberries, plums, pears out there. Yeah, me and my wife, we always do that. I don't understand what that had to do with anything, but yes, I will. And forage, that word just don't feel right to forage. Like, do I be finding food out there? Yeah, I be finding some food. Do I be eating it? Yeah, I be eating it. And it depends on what season too, okay? I'm going to keep on rocking, y'all. Do you have spray for dogs? Yes, I have spray for dogs, bears, and people. Yes, and I advise you do get some. Because you may not want to carry a machete like Conan the Barbarian. You may want to just, season somebody real good. Maybe that's your way. If you don't believe in what I believe in, seasoning somebody up like a pack of chicken thighs, it works. I've seen it work. Okay. this is a good question. Are canteens still good, or should you just use a Camel pack? Let me tell you something. Canteens, just like my little fanny pack, is great. You don't just need this Camel pack, because now you got to find somewhere to put it. You already have on your Bugout bag. Where is this going? You can take this removable water bag out of this, put it inside of this bag, which it does have an opening, but you just took space out of your lifesaver for this. So somebody said, Led, maybe you should try to find a way to like hook this onto your bag. And I will be doing that because I think that's a great idea. But I say canteens all day. This is great, but I want to be able to I want to look at my water. And this stays cool. That's another question somebody asked me. I can get right to it. Are you carrying ice water? I don't know what that had to do with anything. If you're in an emergency, you won't have ice water. You're just going to have water. So, no, absolutely not. You should practice like it's an emergency. I can't stress that enough. Don't go out there with a backpack full of Twinkies and tablecloths like you about to have lunch. Practice for an emergency like it's an emergency. Okay? Footwear, that's completely up to you. I did touch on that. We're going to get to it. Okay? We're going to get to it. I'm going to touch on it now. I'll just cross it out when we get to it. Your footwear should be comfortable and durable. I would say get some hiking boots, some good hiking boots with good tread, and they're made well and they're stitched well. Because those fake stitches on some of them, those fake stitches, separates that rubber. You might have a good rubber sole on it that thick. I've had a billion of them. That thick, and next thing you know, it separates, and now you got a talking shoe. The whole top come up. And then you realize that wasn't even stitched. That was all them stitches was fake. Make sure your hiking shoe is stitched and that rubber ain't gonna come loose. I got super glue and rubber cement glue in my bag for that reason. Okay? So I'm gonna keep it moving. I'll cross that out when I get to it. Matter of fact, I did bring my shoes in this time. Just some Reeboks. These what I keep in my truck for just in case something pop off. Okay? Now, so canteens are good. I'd say yes. Okay. This is one of the most important questions, oh my God, that I couldn't wait to answer. Why are you saying don't drink too much water when you're supposed to be drinking a lot of water to stay hydrated? Excellent question. Excellent question. I answered that as, number one, you should be eating salt, because salt keeps the water in your body. You should keep some kind of mineral salt with you and lick the salt every blue moon occasionally. Not too much, because that'll make you sick. If you drink too much water while you're running or hiking and it's hot, you will throw up. You will get sick. And you know what's going to happen? Number one, you just wasted all your water. You drunk up too much water. Number two, you're going to mess around and get sick. And you're going to throw up all that water. And when you regurgitate all that water, look at what you just did. Everything you just put in came out with all your nutrition, all the food that was in your stomach. That came out too. So now you have several problems. You have one, all the water that you just put in your body, you wasted it. It's history. Number two, your food, your nutrition is supposed to keep you going. It's history. Number three, now you got stomach acid burning your throat up. You got a whole bunch of problems. This is what I do. I only drink water when I need water. I drink water when my body needs water. I just don't keep on drinking on and now you gotta go climbing up a hill. I don't know if anybody saw those hills I was climbing up, and that was just a normal man-made trail. If you try to start climbing and doing all those surviving things, you're gonna throw up. I guarantee you're gonna get sick. Oh, somebody said that too. Cramps. You're gonna get cramps. I mean, they taught us that in elementary school. So I say penny pinch salt so it can keep that water in your body and you stay on top of that. Too much water may make you sick. Too little water, you'll dehydrate. So too much water, you may die. Too little water, you gonna die a lot. Okay? So you gotta be everybody keep talking about fasting. Yeah, we ain't talking about food. You can't go too long without water. Fasting ain't, man, you can't go too long without water. I've seen people talk about that fasting stuff and veganism and vegetarianism and stuff like that. In a hot situation, walking to save your life, fasting on food, great idea. Fasting on water when your body, listen, you're taking it from a pro with that. I got hyponatremia. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna have you Google that. It's very important, and a lot of people of color have it and don't even know that they have it. If you passed out before for some reason and you like, oh, I must have just didn't eat this morning, you may have passed out. Yes, B. Irvin, yes. You may have passed out and don't even know why. Because your body is so low on sodium all the time, your sodium comes out first. Okay? Then your water. Next thing you know, you dizzy and it's tomorrow. So, check into that. Check and see if you done passed out. Check and see if you have. It's called hyponatremia. Okay? Got you. All right, let's keep it going. I got them, y'all. Don't even pay no attention to them. All right. So I'm not saying don't drink too much water. If you're a person that you need water, drink it. But just don't be drinking water because you ain't got nothing better to do and you bored while you walking. Because a lot of people do that. Just start drinking for no reason. All right. I'm going to answer another question that's at the end of this. Since we on water, somebody asked me, what did I eat for breakfast? Nothing. There's a reason for that. If you need to eat breakfast, do it. I am 239 pounds. I have at least 50 pounds of fat on my body that burn like the barbecue grill. I got plenty of fuel on my body to burn before I have to ever think about eating anything. When it comes to water, not so much. I want you to think of food. Stop saying the word food when you're in a survival situation and call it fuel. That will put a better sense in your brain. If you put, somebody just asked, what about a gas mask? If you get to a point where I need a gas mask, I'm gonna drop to my knees and pray. I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not talking about end of days type crap. I'm not doing that. Okay, so food. Start using food as fuel. Start saying fuel. If you have too much fuel, what's going to happen when you fueling up your car, right? It's going to spill out all over you, all over the trunk. Same thing. You can eat so much you start throwing up and pooping yourself, right? If you eat too much when you already you got a full tank, your car ain't going to be acting right. You ain't going to be acting right on no full stomach trying to hike, walk. And yesterday it was 86 or 89 degrees when I was doing that in the morning. 89 degrees with a belly full of breakfast of whatever your choice, and you already have fuel on you, bad idea. If you're a smaller person and you don't have much fuel, maybe you should get something to eat. And that also has something to do with everybody talking about fasting. If you can fast and you got enough fuel on your body to do it, go for it. I got plenty of fuel, okay? So I didn't bother eating. My water was important to me. So I'm gonna cross that off when I get to it. How heavy is my Bugout bag? Somebody asked. My Bugout bag with everything you saw yesterday was 41 pounds so far, and it's still growing. I think my bag is pregnant because my Bugout bag is pregnant because it keep on growing, and it's like, feed me, Seymour, feed me all night long. So my Bugout bag is kind of It's kind of hungry. Got an appetite. You keep on collecting all these little trinkets and stuff that I need. Okay, so my bag was 41 pounds that I carried yesterday. Okay, somebody asks, how are you walking and talking at the same time? I should have circled this. This was a very important question. How am I walking and talking at the same time? Let me see. Walking and talking at the same time. I suggest you practice this. While you're walking, I suggest that you either hum your favorite tune or sing while you're walking. It strengthens your lungs, just like holding your breath when you deep sea diving. Same thing. If you cannot walk and talk, you're a little behind the scale. You might want to start practicing that. While you off on your normal walk every day, even at work, sing your favorite tune. I'm talking about sing one of them Kelly Price songs where she blowing. You might not even can sing, but do it. And your body over time will adjust. So you see I'm a talker, right? Talking and walking is my thing. I'm a mailman. So while I'm at work, I'm singing. And I'm talking to myself out loud, unfortunately. Like most postal workers. Talking to myself, I'm singing to get through my day. So while I'm walking, I am expanding my lungs and getting my air and practicing my breathing by singing and talking while I walk at high rates of speed. Okay, so any recommendation for newbies? This is my next one. Any recommendations for newbies? Yes, please get started. Please get started. Just get started. That's my recommendation. Start. Get a bag and start putting stuff in it. Sooner or later, you're going to start finding out, I don't need that. Take that out, replace it with something else. Ooh, I really should put that in. Start watching more videos and doing more reading. Watching some of this stuff like, unfortunately, The Walking Dead and what's the other one? Something Preppers. You know that show. Okay. Do I go off the path in the woods? When I have to, yes. And our other state park don't have cement trails, so we be walking through dirt. I don't know what difference that made. I know concrete is harder on your shoes and your body, but still. What about a bag for the elderly? Is, like I said, you have to pack for the situation or for the person. If the person that you're mentioning can only hold 5 pounds, you got a lot of thinking to do. You got a lot of like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, what's going to go in the bag? You got a lot to do, okay? So you have to do that. Being elderly has, because I know some elderly people that can hold 30, 40, 50 pounds. And I know some that can't pick up a hand weight of 5 pounds. So it just depends on the person. The age of the person does not matter. It matters with the health of the person. So everybody keeps saying, what about the age? Age ain't got nothing to do with it. It got to do with your health and your muscle structure. Okay? So, here we go. Somebody asked me, why am I carrying water when I'm by a lake? Why was I carrying water when I'm right by a lake? Okay. In an emergency, you don't know what's wrong with that water. Number one. Number two, you should always carry water with you no matter what. I don't care if you see a river with a fountain coming down, natural springs and ice caps. You should still have your own water. Period. Because you don't know what's going on with that water. Number two, if I see that lake of water, now I have water that I can put in one of my water containers and fill it up to boil it. Then I can drink it. You have to boil it, sanitize it, then drink it. You don't know. Just because you buy a big bed of water does not mean it's safe to drink. Most of the time it's not. Okay, it's all kind of stuff in that water. So I'm going to touch on that. You always need water. Always. I don't care what your religion, your color, your creed, what planet you from, you gonna need water. Okay? So I'm gonna keep it moving. All right. Somebody said when you this was funny to me. I cracked up when I read this. When you hit that mile mark, because it's supposed to be the 2 mile mark, okay? When you hit the 2 mile mark, I kept saying mile. When you hit the 2 mile mark, is someone is someone coming to pick you up, or are you going back the opposite way? That was freaking hilarious to me. No one is going to pick you up in an emergency. Nobody's. You need to keep in your head, okay? Keep in your head. Nobody's coming to get you. You have to stay moving, stay focused, and stop waiting and depending on somebody else to come and save you. Because look at the situation that's going on over there about with them orphans I was talking about. They have to depend on themselves. You may come to a point where you may have to depend on you. Look, think about this. Now that's an emergency situation. How many times have you got off work and somebody was supposed to come pick you up and didn't come? Like, yeah, I got caught up, my bad. And you sat there walking home in your uniform from work. You calling everybody in the city, ain't nobody home. You got to think of something. Ain't no more buses running, nothing. You ain't got no money for a cab, nothing. That's happened to all of us. I don't care who you are watching me. It's happened to all of us. Now, it's time to get Mo and Joe. Get them cooking. Let's go. Left, right, left, right. Nobody came to pick me up. What I did was a gigantic circle, and I ended up back at the spot I was at. If I wasn't going to do a gigantic circle and I went the other way, I would have stopped and had to turn around this big tree and go back. I will never, ever go for a walk in a situation where I'm waiting on a ride when I get there. Never, never. And you shouldn't think that way either. There's a bridge here in Columbia, South Carolina called the Lake Murray Dam. Anybody from South Carolina know about the Lake Murray Dam? I think it's like 3 miles across, 2 miles across. I think 3 or 4 miles across. I can't remember. I've seen people get all the way across that bridge and have somebody there waiting for them to pick them up. If the weather gets bad on that lake, which it always does, okay, your ass is in some trouble. If you in the middle of that bridge, ain't no covering, ain't no trees, you're literally on the top of a dam. A dam. There is nothing there that's going to save you from lightning, rain, nothing. So I say get over there with the swiftness and get back with the swiftness. You better make sure you check the weather first too, because if we get lightning storm, because the lightning is starting to hit more and more people, is making their tops pop. You heard me? So that bridge right there, if you're going across that bridge, be prepared to walk all the way back. So that'll be whatever. If it's 3 miles, that's 6 miles on your head. So always keep that in your head, okay? Let me keep it going. So that was funny to me. It's like I'm gonna call an Uber. Like I'm gonna call an Uber. Okay. What kind of bag do you have? It's in the description box below. That's a fast one. What is the best walking stick? I got that a billion times. There is no such thing. But mine is in the description box below. Mine is. There is no such thing as what's the best walking stick. No such thing. You could just use a piece. You could just use a branch if you want to. And I'm going to answer this too since I'm on it. What is a walking stick for? It's for stability. You can even use it as a weapon if you needed it to be. Stability. A walking stick could be used for a lot of different things. You know, When you're walking with that heavy sack on your back and you're climbing, I don't know if y'all saw the angle I have to do when I was coming up that path. Without that walking stick and 41 pounds on my back, I almost want to get on all fours and climb that doggone hill. That's how low you be, or like Michael Jackson, that and he get your walk cane, Smooth Criminal video. You be leaning, and that walk cane give you that much more leverage and help you pull yourself up. Or again, like I say, it could be used as a weapon if need be, or a fishing pole. Bada boom. I just came up with that. Okay, this is a great question. I see only men with bug out bags. Are you not planning on going with your family? That's an excellent question because I do and I would like to see more women building their bug out bags. I would like to see that more on social media, okay? Not that you have anything to prove with to anybody, but it would, and a lot of people don't want to show it because they don't want you to know what they have. But I will say this, it does encourage other women. Because look, me, I got a big machete in my backpack, okay? Like Thundar the Barbarian. I got a big, women is looking like that like, that's ridiculous. Really? Do you need that? Don't you got the Glock knife and the little sticky thing? Why you need shooing? You know, The Last Samurai? When women see another woman's bug out bag, they're more relatable. They get it. It's like, so I do think more ladies, you ladies should do videos on your bug out bag, even if you're just making it. All right. If you don't even know what you're doing, just that's what we're here for, to all help you. But now to answer the question. The question was, why don't you see any of our women or our family members doing this bug out stuff with us? Everything you see on YouTube and social media does not mean it's the truth. My wife's bug out bag is right there in my face. My son's bug out bag is right here in front of my washing machine. We're practicing with ours, but our schedule, we still have jobs, so our schedules don't meet up. So sometimes we just can't all just gather together and be like, let's go. Now, we did that the day before yesterday. That's why their bags are right there. But yesterday I did it. My wife had to do some work. My son got to do some schooling. I need to go and get my exercise and practice my preps. I can't wait on them. That's the other thing about prepping. That's why I said this was a great question. Sometimes, man, you can't wait on everybody else to do stuff for you. You got to go. It's a horrible decision to make. It's a horrible decision to make. But sometimes, man, you got to make some horrible decisions in an emergency. Like somebody may have to get left. It's horrible, and I know you feel like, oh, that's inhumane. As a first responder, they have to make those decisions all the time. If they have, say, a fireman, if I have to run in this house, think about this, and this is horrible, okay? Put this in your mind. As a first responder, a fireman, if I run in this house, it's 6 babies in this house. All of them are around 8 years old. I can only carry so much weight. This fire is only going to allow me to go in one time. That made me want to cry. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. I can only go in this house one time. You have a horrible, horrible life and death decision to make as a first responder. You are literally choosing who lives and who dies in that moment. So when people say that's inhumane to me and you shouldn't think that way, I want you to understand that first responders and medical professionals make that choice every single day. And that's one of the... That's one of the reasons I couldn't do that anymore. Woo! Sorry about that. That's one of the reasons I couldn't do that anymore. So in an emergency, you may have a situation where you do have to make life and death decisions for somebody else. Okay, let's move on before I start snotting. Okay, so your family should be practicing with you when they can. Okay. Almost got me there. Where did you get your water bag? The one that was on my hip. That is in the description box below. And I'm going to show you Lady Led's too. She just got the single bottle because she puts another kind of water bottle in hers. She uses that bottle. It's called cold water or something. She throws that in there. So I brought that just in case you wanted to see it. All right. So that is in the description box below. Oh my goodness. Is the Water Bag BPA free and chemical free? Here's the question. What kind of shoes you got on? I answer it this way every time. Look at the tag on your shirt and look at it, say synthetic materials, man-made materials. I want you to also go and Google what are the ducts of your air-conditioned vents made of in your car when you cut your vents or your heat on. Then I want you to think about the car that you're driving behind every day to and from work. What's coming out of that muffler? All of that is more horrible for you than anything that'll be drunk out of this bag, even if it don't say it's food gradable. Everything you do every day is horrible. Everything you touch. What is this made of? I don't know, but I have to hold it so I can write. Toxic. It got toxic written on it. On the pack. Thank you, Van Poppin. I don't be worrying about stuff like that. Remember, this is an emergency situation. I promise you with all my heart, I guarantee you won't care if you're thirsty. You won't care. You're just going to worry about, is this going to kill me right now? If you drink some funky water, yep, you got a good chance of leaning over or leaning back like Fat Joe, but you ain't going to be able to get back up. That's going to be the last thing on your mind in an emergency is, wait, I'm dying of thirst. Oh, thank you. Wait a minute. Is this food gradable? Is this BPA free? What kind of chemicals was used? Man, no, this is an emergency. This ain't for your everyday. I'm just going to the state park to enjoy the weather kind of hike. This is an emergency situation, okay? You're not going to care. I guarantee you, you don't even know me, but I guarantee you, you won't care when you get thirsty or hungry enough. You won't care, man. It's going to be in the back of your mind like, oh, God, I drunk some BPA water. Oh, Lord, help me. Man, I promise you, you're going to be all right. You got fillings in your teeth that's probably more toxic than anything they make these doggone buckets and water bottles out of. You trust me. So, let's keep it going. So, no, I don't believe mine is, nor did I even check, because that's the last thing I'll be worried about. Okay. It's the sad truth, right, Tamika Wells? It's just the truth. People eat off of paper plates and then be like, you know, I just want filtered water. Or put they food in one of them Tupperware bowls that when you put it in the microwave, it come out and it's still orange. You had heated up some spaghetti and the bowl's still orange around there. It'll never come out for the rest of your life or the rest of the existence of that Tupperware bowl. That bowl from 1975 to 1995 is going to be orange from some spaghetti you cooked 30, 40 years ago. Everybody got that in their house. I promise you, I don't even know you or been in your house. I know you got an orange bowl in your house. Raise your hand if you got an orange bowl in your house. Don't lie about it. Don't even lie about it. I don't care what it was in. You got an old Tupperware bowl with some old orange spaghetti or some meat sauce or some chili mac or something that's been cooked around the rim of that sucker in the microwave. or just been sitting in there. That's what you ate in 1975, 1985, 1995, 2025. I still got some of them. And the bowl ain't even brittle. Okay, let's be more realistic about what we're doing here to survive. Okay, if you got some toxins in you, it happened in 85. I promise you that. It ain't coming out of you like it ain't coming out that chili bowl. It ain't coming. It done stained your guts. It's a wrap. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna keep it moving. Okay. This is a good one. Funny but good. If you're close to a lake, should you bug out? It all depends on the situation. If your situation is telling you that you need to get the hell away from this lake because other people want to be by this lake and they don't want you by the lake, you may have to move. Depending on your situation and your location. You may be around a lake, and from what I read, that is one of the worst places for you to be, right there on the shoreline in certain states or countries for that matter, because that's where bears hang out looking for food. Do you want to be right up on the lake? I would say no, but I bet you Yogi Bear would tell you, yeah, that's a good idea. Stay up on the lake. Stay there till I get there. I'll be right there in a minute. Give me 5 minutes. Let me put my drawers on. No. I wouldn't stay right by the lake. I would like to stay by the lake, but if my situation told me that I have to pick up and leave for whatever reason, because right there by the lake also might flood. You got to remember that. When it rains, is that spot going to flood? Are you going to be underwater in about an hour with a good downpour? Is this going to turn into this little pond going to turn into a roaring, rushing river? Trust me, Washiokushi Creek turns into a rushing river every time it rains. So I know that water comes up almost 4 feet and it literally be in my yard. Y'all have seen that before. So no, I wouldn't stay right by a lake for no reason, but I wouldn't keep it permanent. If my situation told me that I have to move around, I would bounce around that lake. But if danger was there, no, absolutely not. I would leave that lake. I would fill as many containers with the water as I could and fairly keep that in my brain GPS to where I need to go if I need water. But I would not, what about a floating device? Yes, I've named that. I wouldn't just sit there by the water, no. Okay, and remember, while you're fishing, something else might be fishing. Something else might be down the creek fishing while you're fishing. Okay? Now remember, the only reason that thing down the river might be fishing is because it can't catch nothing bigger right now than a fish. It can catch our slow asses. So while you're fishing, don't be sitting there like Huckleberry Finn with the pole between your toes and you got your straw hat over your eyes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but while I was walking, my head was always on swivel. While I was looking at the screen, I wasn't just looking at the screen while I was walking to talk to y'all. I was also looking at the screen of the phone and see what's behind me. Because the camera is looking at me, I can see what's behind me. Okay? So I didn't have to keep on doing this because every time I'm looking at that, this is my rear view mirror while I'm walking. If I'm walking and talking to y'all. So you got to keep that in your head too, okay? Keep your head on swivel. I'm going to answer this too because somebody asked me this. They said, I see that you're greeting everybody that you come up to first. And they thought that I did it for good manners. Yeah, kind of. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do it because of my mannerisms, even though I do that anyway. I'm not going to lie and say I'm just a Southern gentleman. Because nope, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you the truth. I greet you first because I'm sizing you up. You see how far they were away from me when, by the time they came past the camera, you were in 21 feet of me. You in about 21 feet of me. Look how fast it'll take them to get to you. 21 feet, that's my zone. Okay? If you anywhere closer than this arm's length, we about to kiss. This is kissing area here. So that's already bad. But 21 feet, 21 feet is a threat to me. So when anybody comes anywhere closer than 21 feet to me, I greet you and I start sizing you up. I see you got 2 dogs, you got your wife with you, you got 2 walking sticks. What's in your pack? I am constantly analyzing you in the situation. Is this a setup? You saw me looking both look at my eyes in that video. I'm looking both ways because just because I'm in a nice area don't mean nice people are in that nice area. So every person instantly, hey, how you doing today? Hey, how you doing? I am checking them out. I'm telling you, I get paranoid. I don't trust nobody. I don't care what you look like, pretty girl, little skirt. Man, no, I don't trust nobody. Not even kids. Not even kids. Especially these days. So I'm greeting you because I'm making sure you're not a threat. Period. When every one of those people I greeted, I sized them up, I checked my area, and I looked in this camera, I'm looking at them pass me. Like, is they turning around? Because my other hand is on that thing. All right, let's keep it moving. I can count that out. Do you have a pot to boil water? Yes, I do. Please take all this stuff in a note because, man, people is awful. Yes, I have a pot to boil water. I have a whole mess kit. I have a rocket stove and a mess kit to boil my water, which will soon change because I want to show you guys something I learned. Something that weighs just as much as my mess kit, but way more valuable. Okay? What is a bug out bag? I think I explained that a little earlier, which is it's a long-term, never coming home bag. Okay? Long-term, I'm leaving on midnight train to Georgia bag. That I don't plan on coming back. Okay, y'all heard the song. She's done. Your bug out bag, if you don't know what a bug out bag is, listen to Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pimps. Okay? Okay. I answered, is that ice water? No, there will be no ice water in emergency. Not necessarily. How did you pace yourself so fast? Practice and exercise. Somebody asked me, how was I able? Because I'm sure you see how big I am, okay? I'm out of shape, but I'm not out of shape. Let's get it to it. Don't get it twisted. I'm out of shape, but I'm not out of shape. I just had my labs done. Matter of fact, my labs is in here. I'm like a baby in the guts. All right? Strong heart, strong lungs, strong muscles, everything up under this fat suit. Don't get that twisted. So that comes from exercise and practice. I do have one ringer, and a friend of mine did mention it. I'm a mailman. I'm a mailman. Postal proud. Blue. Postal blue. And I'm going to tell you something about being a mailman. Please put some candy and some water in your mailbox today for every mail postal carrier out there. That goes for UPS drivers, FedEx drivers, all of these people that brings your stuff to your door. They got to deal with your dogs. They got to deal with the crap in your yard. They got to deal with your uncut bushes, uncut grass. I ain't going to get into no rant, okay? You cannot do their job. I'm telling you, and I double dog dare you to try it. You cannot do our job. People are like, I could do that, put a piece of paper in a box. That's what I thought 10 years ago. We as postal workers, UPS workers, FedEx workers, I'm even say some of the Amazon workers, you can't do their job, man. You can't do our job. You can't do it because we see people come in, oh, this money's so good. And then they quit 6 months later, 3 months later, 90 days. You didn't even make probation because it's like that, son. You think all we do is riding around, gripping the grain and putting little love letters in people's box? This ain't the the Notebook. This is real. You're in, if it's 100 degrees outside, it's 120 or 130 inside that truck. Ain't no air conditioning, son. Now you got to have enough mental capacity not to crash this truck while you driving it. Or while you walking, be alert with everything because people got dogs loose. You can't do our job. I'm going to leave that right there. Salute to all postal workers and all delivery drivers of all sorts. You can't do our job. I promise you that. You can't do it. If you think you can, I double dog dare you to try it. I got one young lady, I ain't going to say her name. She did what I asked her to do, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, little sister. Can't do it. People always fussing at the mailman. You can't do our job. All right, keep it going. All right. Here we go. How old are you? I don't know what that had to do with anything. Maybe it did for encouragement, but I will be 50 in April. So don't be like, oh, yeah, I can't. And okay, I'm gonna get on that. I'll be 50 in April. Here's another one. I got a bad back. I have a bad back too. My back is so bad, you've seen me hurt my back right here on the video. You've also seen I was off work years ago because I had a slip and fall on my job. About 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. Boom. I got a bad back too. But you have to understand something to a certain degree, okay? To a certain degree. I'm not talking about you had a couple of bones removed in your spine, nothing like that. I'm talking about to a certain degree. There are things that you can be doing to strengthen your back. Number one, exercise. You need to do the exercises that strengthens your back. Take it from me. Take it from me, okay? When everybody saw me lose 100 pounds, and then I turn around and put 50 back on, that was the time when I hurt my back and sitting around and couldn't move all the time, sitting around eating goodies and stuff. That's when I put my weight back on. But after that, it's time to get that off you. Strengthen your back. Because if you don't strengthen your back, you're going to stay weak. It'll never repair itself if you don't strengthen those muscles back up. So, exercise. Diet. Lady Led will be talking about that. The foods you eat, I'm not talking about the diet as far as you need to be eating rabbit food. I'm talking about there are certain things that you eat that causes inflammation in your joints and flares up your arthritis, flares up your joints, and you wake up feeling like the whiz, oil can, auntie. You will wake up locked up like a bank if your joints is inflamed. I'm telling you right now. Got him. Thank you for that. You will wake up inflamed. Strengthen your back and watch out for things that causes inflammation. Causes inflammation. Lady Led will go in depth with that again because she is going to be doing a bug out bag. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to, yeah, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's going to be 20 pounds or less. She is doing the 20 pounds or less bug out bag challenge. 20 pounds or less. She's going to be talking about that live. So she's also going to be talking about how you can carry this. Okay? Keep this with you. All right, here we go. Let me see. Should we take frequent breaks? Absolutely. Absolutely take frequent breaks. Your survival is not a race, not necessarily, depending on what your situation is. If you're trying to hurry up and meet people at a certain point and y'all got a rendezvous point, maybe. But just every day surviving, you can't make it if you pass out or hurt yourself. You won't make the rendezvous point if you pass out or hurt yourself. So you screwed either way. I say take as many breaks as you can. This is what I do. I set goals for myself. Set small goals. Don't say, okay, I'm doing a 5-mile hike. What is that? How do you eat an elephant? Right? How do you eat an elephant? Heard that saying before? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Right? So Instead of saying, I'm going on a 5-mile hike, break it down into little pieces. I'm going to do a quarter mile or half a mile first. Or do it, if you're strong, do a mile first. Stronger than that, do 2 miles first. Take a break in between it. That way, you got time to check your pack. This is why I like to take breaks. You still need to check your pack. You don't know if you went through the woods and hit a branch and it busted a hole in your pack. Now you losing gear. You need to always inspect your pack. That's another question on here. Inspect your pack every time you stop for whatever. Just to take a breather, anything. Inspect your pack. Make sure your zipper didn't bust. Almost got him. Got him. I'm sorry about that, my friend. I sent out the wrong person. Okay. I had to send out the nude people. So I just brought you back. Your name is NH Liberty. NH Liberty. I just brought you back. I'm sorry I hit you because your names looked like the nude people. Okay? So I'm going to keep it going. So stop whenever you need to stop, but set small goals, accomplish that goal, check your pack, get something to eat, get some water if need be, and keep it moving. Also, with that small goal, set a time. How long are we staying right here? How long are we taking this break? Okay, everybody, 10-minute break. Get yourself together, check your packs, and then we're going to move on. Okay? I got you, NH Liberty. There you go. I see you. Check your pack, check your gear, check your body, make sure you ain't scratched, you ain't rubbed on no poison ivy. Check your body, check yourself. You ain't got ticks or leeches or something on you. Check yourself. Now it's time to keep on pushing. Here we go. I'm gonna keep it going. What kind of watch is that? It was just an iWatch. Description box below. Do you have a tent? Yes, and tarps. I'm getting to a point I may lose my tent and put bigger tarps in my pack. It's just more economical and it is less weight. What's a good way to remove ticks? I'm going to have you Google that one, okay? And I'm not saying that to be funny. I mean it. You need to Google that because that's some medical stuff that I can't touch. Because if you do that wrong, it can mess you up for good. Okay. I'm going to keep it going. Are you on a mountain? Kinda. I live in South Carolina. So, it's mountainous. All right. Okay, this was a good question that I misunderstood and I answered it on the trail. They said, I suspect after this long walk, things will come out. They meant you may lighten your load, right? My pack was great. My pack was perfect. But I will say this. There are certain things that I will exchange because I can fit 2 of another kind of item in a bag that weighs just as much as one item does, that holds more water or does multitasking things. So I will change that, but my pack felt great. So when it comes down to that, I will just exchange things so I can get more multi-use out of my situation than just taking up space for one item. Okay. So that was a good question. I misunderstood it in the live yesterday. Are you sweating now? Yes, like an MF, I wrote. Yes, after I drank the water, because I said I wasn't sweating good enough, I didn't realize how much I was sweating in them jogging pants till I tried to peel them off. Okay, so yes, I was sweating very profusely. As a matter of fact, as soon as I got in the house, I had to drink salt water. Okay, this is a good question. I answered this. I see you speaking to oncomers before they see you. Yes, we answered that. Stay alert. Stay aware of everybody and everything around you. I don't care if it's a raccoon. That raccoon might have rabies. That raccoon might want to be eating whatever's in your pack that you got to eat. That nice little raccoon can turn into a monster if it wants something you want. It can be just as dangerous to you as a bear. It just won't be as messy. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, number 40. What kind of shoes for this walk? Comfortable, make sure it ankle high at least to protect your ankles, because it don't take nothing to twist that ankle. It don't take nothing, especially if you're carrying a lot of weight. If you're carrying a lot of weight in your pack, or you are a bigger person, your ankle is like a toothpick. Hit a rock just right, just like that. You're done. You're done. All right? So, ankle high boots. Now, I'm going to say one. Make sure they're comfortable. Make sure they're durable. Good tread. And make sure they're dependable, reliable. Just don't go to something, grab something because you like the price. Make sure this is a real good boot, okay, for yourself. Did I have on good shoes yesterday? No, absolutely not. Skechers was comfortable, but were they good for hiking? Absolutely not. Not those. Okay, so now I'm gonna say one shoe that's good. I don't know why, but them Air Force Ones, son. Them Air Force Ones. I don't know if anybody ever owned some Air Force Ones, some Nike Air Force Ones. Them mugs is tanks. The Air Force One ain't nothing but basically the old Air Jordans. You know, the first Air Jordans is no different. That Air Force One. I know people that still got Jordans to this day, and they wore them mugs till the sole was rocking. The sole had linked up like this, right? They can lean back and forth like an old rocking chair in them old Jordans. Them Air Force Ones, to me, I ain't talking about the ones you got at the swap meet. I ain't talking about the ones you got at the flea market. I'm talking about them real boys. If you get them real Nike Air Force Ones, them, right, I need 2 pair. Listen, there's some truth to that. Them Air Force Ones, them is like them, what's the name, them London fog boots or something. I'm telling you, I rocked them to death. The only reason I've ever gotten rid of any Air Force Ones is because I either left them somewhere, they got stolen. I have never wore out a pair of Air Force One, ever. That might be the only shoe I've never been able to wear out, ever. I'm going to leave that right there. I need 2 pair. Rocking in my Air Force One. Peace to Nelly. Okay. Stomping in my Air Force Ones. Okay, keep it going. Is this walk good for just boots? Oh, we just answered that. Okay, keep this going. All right. Was my backpack rigid frame or soft? It's a soft pack, but I think I'm going to try to get a rigid frame. For if no other reason, get a rigid frame pack, because I don't want 2 reasons. 1, the rubbing back and forth on your back. It'll wear out your bag and it'll wear out your clothing. 2, and the best for the, I can't even make it. The biggest reason is because between your back and your bag, it's going to get super sweaty. And it's gross. And you feel sweat going down, you know, your buns and stuff. And it's just unnecessary. So that hard frame does give you a space between you and your back a little bit, and let some air come through there, and it won't wear your clothing, your back, or your bag out as soon. So I do want to experiment with a hard frame. I'm not going to say one way or the other right this moment, but I will be experimenting with a rigid frame. So yes. Okay, I'm going to keep it moving. Does that area have forageable food? I don't know why people kept asking me about that. I didn't even mean to answer that. I didn't write that. I must have been writing it because I'm like, all right, do you have a first aid kit in your bag? Yes, that should be the very first thing you put in your bag. A first aid kit and a sewing kit should go in your bag immediately. Okay, somebody asked a pretty good question. Will you walk as an online group? Meaning, will I be doing this and then invite other people to do it with me? I'm thinking, I say, yes, that's a good idea. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give that a shot. When I go for a walk, we'll set it up. Maybe a StreamYard thing. I don't know how good everybody Wi-Fi is or their data. That's the only way I can think to do it. And I say we go for it. At least a few of us at first. And we all go for a hike together. And let everybody just watch it, I guess. But yes, I like the idea. So yes. Thank you, Yolanda Floyd. Okay. Thank you. Somebody said a porta potty consists of a shovel. Amen. I'm glad. What's your name, my man? Stefan, man. Thank you for that. I'm gonna say this, Stefan. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm gonna do a whole video on this. Thanks, Stefan. I have tried over the years. I have tried every single freaking foldable shovel, foldable camping shovel that's out there at all different prices. They are all junk. Every last one of them. If it is not military grade, mil spec, folding shovel issued by the US government or Germany, I don't ever want to have anything to do with it. Because once you start looking at the fold up shovels, I don't care, all the most popular brands, I don't care which one you pick, I don't care how much they cost. They all have several different identical flaws with a fold up shovel. One is they have little, either a little tack welded half-ass, like they did it with a jumper cable and a battery, to the shovel, the piece that's supposed to be holding the shovel, the piece that folds, or they have 3 or 4 rivets in it. Everybody know rivets is just junk, man. I don't care what, they're junk. Then look at where they fold at, how weak the rivet is or the pin is that's going through them. Junk, always junk. Look at how they're attached on both ends. One side got a head on it, the other side been tapped a little bit to hold it in. Junk. This is what I'm going to suggest, and I'm going to literally make one. I'm going to do a video and make one. Don't be trying to buy no stupid fold-up shovel. Them is the dumb. I probably had 20 of them. I can't lie to you. I probably had 20 of them. I got one in pieces in the garage to this very day. I would never buy another fold-up shovel unless it comes from the U.S. military, period. I will get a normal, little, small shovel from Home Depot. Saw the size down because it don't have to be this wide. Saw it down a little bit, cut with my cutoff tool. Take that whack-ass plastic handle off, saw that off, smooth that handle down. Now you got a handle this long. It's all you need. And a small, durable, hard shovel that's no different than a big shovel that you digging to put a tree in the ground with. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. If you are not using a real military mil-spec folding shovel, don't waste your money. Them is trash. All of them. Every last one of them. And notice what I just told you. Look at all the pins that's holding them together, the folds, the parts. Look at how thin, because some of them, they extend, right? You twist them, you extend it. Look at how thin those threads are. Trash. You go to trying to dig, that's the first thing that snap is the threading on them. The little piece that holds the shovel on, whack-ass pin, broke, garbage. Then you look at the head of the shovel, look at the pin on that. You hit it in the ground and try to lean back some dirt, and it just bends like this. The shovel stay in the dirt. Just don't waste your money, period. They are garbage. Nobody can tell me different. I've been through so many and so many brands and spent so much money on all of them. And I'm not talking about I'm trying to survive with it. I'm doing little stuff out in the garden with it. Trash. So I say make your own bug out shovel that fits in your pack, period. Don't try to use, because remember, you're using this in an emergency. It's supposed to save your life. And if you sit there and I'm going to say the name of one of them, a Gerber or what's that other, Bear Grylls in them, and it fold back on you, it's going to lean back on you like Fat Joe, and you're going to be looking real stupid when you need this shovel to make yourself a Dakota fire pit or a pooper. Or, I'm not going to say that. That's too gruesome. I'm going to leave that one alone. a big hole, 6 foot deep hole you might have to dig. All right. Let me keep it rocking, y'all. We almost done. We almost done. What did I eat before I walk? I think I answered that. I didn't eat anything. We answered that. And people ask why. Because I am 239 pounds. I don't need no food. I got plenty of fuel to burn. Okay, after a walk, okay, we answered that. What would I change? Okay, answered that too. We doing good. At my age, okay, answered that. That people kept asking me that a lot. How many miles did I walk yesterday? I walked 2.05 miles. And I could have done that 3 more times. Okay. This is a good question. How would you approach a nighttime bug out? A nighttime bug out. Doing basically the same thing I just did, but at night. I'm going to do it for you. Okay? So, how deep do you have to dig to get groundwater? I'm going to have you Google that one, okay? It depends on the area, but you need to Google that one. All right. All right. How would you approach a nighttime bug out? The same way I did the daytime bug out, but I would be way more cautious. I would walk way slower, way quieter. I would I would move way quieter. And I would only use lights when I need it. I'm gonna tell you something that I truly, solely believe in, and this is just some hood battlefields that I'm gonna talk about. Hold on. And I keep my protection in my hand at all times, or where I can get to it at all times, on the ready, one in the pipe, ready to rock. I mean it. If it's not in my hand, or something, my weaponry ain't in my hand, it's immediately accessible. All right, walking around, and I'm talking about hood battlefields, okay? I'm not even talking about real war. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about me. The last damn thing you want to see is a flashlight. You look, a thief or a crook, the first thing they want to see is your flashlight, because I know where you are now. I also know how many of you there are, because if I see 2 lights, it's at least 2 people coming this way. Hunker down, be quiet, because I'm knocking that fool over the head. I will only use that light when I need it. If I got light from the sky, the moon, street lights, whatever, I'll use that. If you stare in the dark long enough, your eyes will adjust to a certain point. Even as a human, your eyes will adjust to a certain point. You can pretty much see what you're looking at. And every blue moon, you just need to hit that thing with the light just to do it like that real quick. Where am I going? Where's this? Who are you? You don't be walking all willy-nilly like, they're over here. You ain't looking for a missing person. You trying to stay stealth as possible, but know where you going so you don't walk into a trap at the same time. People have this misconception of when they have a tool, if you get what I'm saying, that you need a laser and a light on the front of that thing and have it beaming at all times. That is got to be, in my own opinion, the dumbest thing you could possibly do. If you're trying to protect yourself, your flashlight is going to give you away. If you have a laser on the front of that tool, your laser is going to give you away. It's going to tell me exactly where you are and where I should be aiming at. No, you use that light when you need it. Number one, on that tool, your battery ain't going to last that long. Number two, I know where you are. I either know, hey, look, there go a light right there. Go around the back. Go around the back. He coming this way. Go around the back. He moving. No. You use that light when you need it. Only when you need it. It's off. Or Don't keep that light blaring. Number one, you only got so much battery in your flashlight. Number two, you giving away your position all day and night. I'm going to keep it rocking because I stay on that forever. Okay, so I would move much quieter. I would move, I wouldn't have my flashlight blaring every 5 seconds, and I would move a lot slower. At night, I would move way slower because you might step on a bear trap. You might walk and break your doggone ankle on a rock. Everything is done way gentler if you're trying to move a little bit more stealthy. And I'm only speaking from some hood tech talk, okay? Some straight hood battlefield stuff. Quiet is everything. Okay, let me keep it moving. Do you have fishing gear with you? Yes, I do. I showed you my fishing gear already because I put on there show gear. So your eyes, yes, Game Nerd Mom, your eyes will adjust in the dark. Just like when in the middle of the night you wake up and you got to go pee and you walk to the bathroom with no lights on, no night lights, none of them little plug-in lights, nothing. You know, look, you walk to the bathroom to pee like this. Half the time you don't even got your doggone eyes open. You got to wake up and go pee. Do you have night vision goggles? Yes, I do, but I don't rely on them. You know how much stuff you got to do before you can get that thing up and running? So I don't depend on those. And to buy a good pair, they cost a good amount of money. It's just not worth it to me unless I was hog hunting at night. That means I'm going to get paid for this operation, so they'll be worth a few $1,000s. All right, here we go. Okay, we did the walking on an empty stomach. Okay, I did talk about that. Okay. Can Lady Lead hang with me? Lady Lead is in way better shape than me. Let me tell you something about my wife. I promise you, family, she don't like being in front of this camera every 5 minutes like me. I do this. This ain't really her whole thing. She just, she likes sharing with you, but she do way more stuff than she show. She do way more stuff than she show. Now she does walk every single day. She don't put no video out about it, But yeah, can she hang with me? Definitely. Can I hang with her is the question. All right, let me keep it going. Can others join the walk? Okay, we did that online. Several people asked about that. Yes. Why do you need a walking stick? I answered that. Helps with balance, climbing, support, weapon, etc. Fishing pole, we added on there. Do you inspect your backpack for wear, damage? And I said yes. Every time we stop, yes. I answered that one. We coming to it, y'all. Do you change your gear with the weather? Yes. You need to be ready for anything. Is it going to rain? Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Do you got a blanket? Do you got a jacket? Do you got shorts? Do you got boots, socks? You change your gear when the weather changes. When the weather changes, I'm going to put something got to come out, and I'm going to make sure I get more blankets and things to keep me warm in there. Warmer clothing. You got to change your gear. That's why make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings. You're always rotating your backpack just like you rotate your canned food that you've pressure canned. You got to make sure that old stuff get eaten, and then you pressure can some more and put that stuff in its place. No different with your bug out bag. You rotate that bug out bag constantly. With the weather or with whatever situation. If your situation changes, like somebody said gas mask. If you need a gas mask and you feel like you need a gas mask, you just heard about something that needs a gas mask, okay, go dig that out, put it in your pack. All right. But I'm like this, just don't be walking around with a gas mask in your pack when there's no threat of anything like that whatsoever. That's just wasting space, taking up space. If there's a threat of it, you're going to have to come up with something else. If you have to leave home and bug out, you just ain't walking around with gas masks in your pack. Okay, so got that one. Still doing the camping. Am I still doing the camping group? Yes, we are, and we're working on that as we speak. Yes, the meetup, camp meetup. So we can all practice together. Does your backpack have chest straps and waist straps? Yes, it does, and it makes a huge difference. Huge difference. If you don't have those, that bag is going to be jumping all around your back like a 6-year-old that ain't got their way. You hear me? That your waist strap and your chest strap is everything. So, oh goodness. Oh, we done. We done. That's it. Now I'm going to hit the notes and we done. Okay. Somebody said, and this is what y'all saying, okay? Somebody said they didn't even realize practicing your preps is a prep in itself. That was by Carissa Winston. Thank you, Carissa. Practicing carrying your backpack is a prep before you even put stuff in the backpack. Okay? That's a note from Carissa Winston. All right, here's a note that I took. Everybody was talking about putting on weight vests. Put on weight vests on you. If you don't have money for a weight vest, I would suggest you save the money for a weight vest and let that money buy you some gear. Put some milk jugs, some water jugs in your backpack and carry that around. Once you can carry 1 gallon, throw another gallon in there. Throw another gallon in there. I wouldn't waste the money on a weight vest. I would save that money for gear. Okay. Lady Led will be doing the 20-pound bag, the 20-pound challenge. She is going to be setting up and she's going to be weighing it as you do it. And then what that's going to do is let you know something got to go. What is your necessity? You're going to be playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Something in this bag got to go. Lady Led, is you going to be doing that, Lady Led? Yes. She going to be doing that, and we're going to be weighing it live to check that bag. How much stuff can you fit in there that you need to stay alive? And if you can't carry 20 pounds, either you're going to have to build up your muscles, exercise, or something got to come out that bag until you do. Okay? So, keep it going. Here's another note. There may be animals in your path. Y'all saw, people kept saying, I seen you Led with them dogs. Them dogs keep coming. You see I stop? I don't play with nobody dogs. Y'all seen how little them dogs was? I don't care. That's your dog. That dog loves you. That dog can smell packages and mail all over me. Every one of their dogs start trying to get off the leash. I don't know if y'all can see that by the time they got to the back of me. I get out of the way of people dogs. I don't go up and pet people dogs. I don't be like, oh, he's so cute and pretty and delicious looking. I don't play with people dogs. I don't play with people kids. I don't play with people dogs. Period. Thank you. Right. She said they can smell the mailman. I don't play with people dogs, man. Your dog can attack me. Now we got a whole nother mess to deal with. That's why I get out of the dang on way and let you walk by. He just wants to sniff you. Yeah, ma'am. I don't want him to sniff me. See, I'm gonna get on this for a second. Just to my pet lovers, okay? Just imagine how that sounds. He just wants to be your friend. He just wants to sniff you. That's all. Sniff your sack. Okay? That sounds cute to pet lovers. But for a person that's not my pet, that's like me walking down the street with my homeboy and, he just wants to grope you a little bit. That's all. He's not going to hurt you. I promise. I'll pull him back before he hurts you. Okay? All right? He's not going to hurt you. I promise. He's a good guy. He doesn't even got teeth. He just wants a good grope. He wants to be your friend. See how that sounded? Dumb as hell, didn't it? Raise your hand if you hear what I just said. Oh, don't matter. He never uses his firearm. It's just on his hip for looks. That's all. He's just gonna grope you a little bit. He's not gonna hurt ya. Don't that sound dumb? Okay. When somebody don't want your dog on them sniffing a sacrophiliac, that's how that sounds to us. Just saying. Everybody, most people don't want to pet your dog. I don't want to hug your child because with all the weird stuff going on, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. You know? Oh, he just want to give you a hug. All due respect. Go ahead. Fist bump, Billy. Fist bump. Because it's nothing against nobody's children, nobody's pets. Things have gotten weird, if you haven't noticed, over the last 20 years. Well, I don't want to be accused of something stupid, and I don't want no animals to bite me by accident because they smelled my cologne, de-toilette, or something. And now we got a legal problem. I don't want that. You wouldn't want me and Jerome, you wouldn't want Jerome rubbing on you, all right? It's okay. He's a good guy. He's all right. He's just missing a little hair here and there. No fleas or anything. That's how dumb that sounds. So I know you love your animal and stuff like that. Everybody just don't want to be part of, everybody don't want that kind of responsibility of what's about to happen. Keep it moving. So I don't like that. Here's another thing. Almond butter. Don't. What? Whatever brand that is, you can take that brand and shove it. I ain't eating that no more. It's all yours, baby. I don't want that. I tried this brand of almond butter I bought. Yeah, you doing the. I did.
For what?
Mine.
Did you put them in there?
Yeah.
Why you put them in here?
Because it's mine. It was. You do what you want. But you can take that brand and shove it. I ain't eating that no more.
Good.
Yeah, okay, you run with it. It's all yours, honey. All right, I'm sorry. Back to action. There may be animals in your path, okay? Now, you got to remember one thing. Is this animal going to be somebody's companion, like their pet? Or you may run into animals that's either prey, which means you're going to be hunting. You're looking to hunt this animal. If you're looking to hunt said animal, there's other animals that think it's prey too. Predators, just like you. So you also, once you start seeing prey, like rabbits, you got to be realistic with yourself and understand wherever there's prey, there's predators. If you see rabbits, frogs, turtles, small game that you can eat, there's something else that likes to eat that too. As a matter of fact, there's something out there that's all they eat. Okay? Fox, coyote, mountain lion, all brands of snakes. All of that stuff is out there with you. That's the part I don't want nobody to forget. If an emergency happens, remember one thing. You're not out here by yourself. There are other people out there that mean you no good. And there are animals that we never think about. We only prepare to fight other humans in a desperate situation. We never think about the other animals out there in an emergency situation. You walk, everybody say, run to the wilderness. Everybody always talking about running to the wilderness. It's bears in them junks. Somebody say gators. It's gators and bears, man.
And panthers.
Lions, mountain lions. In some places, tigers, panthers, bears, gators, bobcats. I'm just being realistic. When people don't think, they act like this stuff don't be existing. This is stuff that's around us right now. Whatever that was screaming down the lake, whatever that was. We did a whole video on it. We still never figured that out. We did that one thing where you listen to it and it can tell you the voice of what animal it was. Bigfoot was having a baby or something. That screaming wasn't human or wasn't no animal that popped up on that voiceover thing. So you got to be ready, not just be looking for any human that's going to be a threat or a help to you. You also need to be paying attention to the animals around you. Pay attention. I know this is going to be gross, but stick with me. Pay attention to the doo-doo. Every pile of crap you see, stick with me.
The bigger the crap,
The bigger the, say it.
the bigger the crap, the bigger the animal.
The bigger the crap. This is from Lady Led. This is Lady Led's word. The bigger the crap, the bigger the animal. Okay? Once an animal gets so big,
Don't just be like, oh.
yeah, something let out some little drops. The bigger the crap, the bigger the animal. That means you gotta.
Here go one more. The warmer the crap, the closer it is.
I told you, man. Yeah, something's wrong. Oh, it's Friday for you. You loving this. She said, the warmer the crap, the closer it is. That just fell out of a body somewhere. So it don't matter. It don't matter. If this pile is still steaming, okay, to the point even flies ain't got to it yet, you look at that and look up like that. You need to be like, wait a minute. You need to be like, immediately. Because the bigger the pile of crap, the bigger the animal. And these is Lady Led words. These ain't mine. I didn't make this up. She just made it. The bigger the bigger the pile of crap, the bigger the animal. The warmer the crap, the closer the animal is to you. Question is, what just took this freaking huge dump right here? This steamy pile of pumpkin pie, what did this? So you need to be on alert. Is this human? You need to start, I know this is gross and it's necessary. I wrote this down for this. You need to start paying attention. Is this human? Because I know some human, it looked like a bear was here. I don't know if you've been camp before, but when you go to camp, sometimes you see something like, now they could have, what is this? This Sasquatch drops? Some humans that do a mean one. You need to figure out, is this human? There's certain things that's inhuman stuff, and I know it's gross, but if we survive and we talking realistic, certain things that's in humans that you can see, oh, that's definitely human. But when you start seeing fur, hair, bones, this is a predator. You need to look at that and pay attention to it. Don't just like, ugh. No, this either mean you about to have a chance to eat or it mean you have a chance to be eaten. Looking at this crap means either you're going to have a chance to eat, meaning you just found some prey, like a deer droppings, or goat droppings, rabbit droppings, or this is going to tell you to be on alert because something, while you're hunting, something might be hunting you.
I have to respect it.
Right.
She said, that show that lady had to respect it to figure out what berries not to eat.
Right.
She's sick.
Okay. Lady Lear just said that's another way to tell what berries not to be eaten. If you looking through, once that poop gets that big, they call it scat. That's a funny word to me. Scat.
Maybe you can eat it.
Right. If it's in the scat, if it's in the pile of poop, meaning it may be edible for humans. Right?
Not the poop, the berries.
Not the poop. See, you killing me. Lady Lear said not the poop, the berries. The berries that's in the poop, if you find them in the woods, may be edible and digestible for us. So that's a good indicator that they are edible. They're less poisonous than this bunch of berries we keep seeing, right? So we keep seeing all these berries, wondering if they're edible. If you keep walking past piles of crap and you don't see them berries in that crap, you might want to just chill on that. So I got them, y'all. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that was that. And I said this earlier. Somebody said they have back problems. I said something like that. You have to lose weight. You need to exercise and strengthen your back muscles. And you need to stop eating things to inflame your joints and everything else. Lady Led is going to talk deeper and more in depth on that when she does her 20 bag or less bug out bag challenge. Okay. So I'm gonna keep it moving. I got 2 more and then we done. Okay, this is a good one. Somebody was talking about indoor exercise equipment. They use their indoor like one was like a bike, one was like a row machine, and somebody said something else. I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna just say this. That's great. That's great. Strengthen your muscles, strengthen your body. But I promise you this, it's still not the same as being out there practicing with your bag. I don't care what nobody say. To me, indoor home exercise equipment when it comes to preparing for out there is like you playing a video game on how to do it. It's not quite the same. You're playing a video game like this, like the rowing machine, for instance. Rowing machine is great. Go row a real boat. Because here's the deal. With a real boats just don't stay in a straight line. You have to steer that boat. So while you're rowing, you might have to keep on doing this. Depending on the current. You might have to do it in opposite. You might have to do this. I got a boat, I know. So that it's just not the same. How you sitting all comfortable on that little row thing to go back and forth that little seat, and that ain't in your canoe. Or that may not be in your kayak. It's going to be completely, you're going to be discombobulated in the real life situation. I say nothing wrong with exercising at all and building your body muscles up. But you got to practice with the real deal or you're going to get out there and be like, what? Practicing with a firearm, same thing. If you shoot a 9, practice with a 9. If you shoot a 22, practice with a 22. If you shoot a 45, practice with a 45. Because you will practice with a 22 of the same style of tool, but when you go to shoot that 9 and it got all that kick to it, then you're going to be like, I don't know why I'm not hitting the paper. I'm not putting it on target. That's because you shooting with a 22. It ain't got no recoil or nothing. Now you got a 9. No, it's totally different. You practice what you're going to be doing to the best of your ability. Okay? So, one last one. Woo. That was a good catch. One last one. Okay. Here's, and I brought this down. I don't know if I can show it. I'm just going to show this. Okay? Y'all know what that is? It's a brick. I'm going to say this. Everybody is talking about what tools they're going to bring with them. Be realistic. Are you going hunting for the weekend or are you trying to survive? Because I got 2 things to tell you. Sorry, TLC. I got 2 things to tell you. If you plan on carrying a 12, if you dig what I'm saying, that 12 is heavy. Number 2, you only get about so many rounds. That thing can only eat at least 9 rounds, and that's if you got a bad boy. You can only fit 9 rounds in it. So each one of those shells is huge with a 12. You can only carry so much. So which one would you rather carry? Would you rather carry 20 rounds of 12 or 1,000 rounds of 22? Let's be honest. Would you rather carry 20 pounds. Oh, Happy Mac, take that down for me, please. Can you remove that word, Happy Mac? About the seeds. I'm gonna tell you all about that too. Happy Mac, can you get that off of there for me? The box of seeds. Cause I'm gonna have to hurry up and move that, okay? I'm gonna have to move that, Happy Mac. Please hurry up and move it. I'll let you back in, but I gotta move that right now real quick, and I'm gonna tell you about that. Happy Mac, I'm gonna let you back in a minute, okay? Wait a minute. I'm gonna bring you back, Happy Mac. I'm gonna tell y'all about that word. It's something about that word somebody else told me about, and I had to move them out the way. Another one of my friends did it, and I had to move them. It's something wrong with that word, y'all. You can say seeds, but when you put that in front of them, it do something. It's okay, Maria. It's okay, everybody. Happy Mac, I wanted to bring you back. I want to see if I can still bring you back. Let me see. Hold on, Happy Mac, because this is important. That's weird. I'll bring you back, Happy Mac, but I ain't have no choice, okay? I'm going to get back in there and let you, okay, TLC. It's something wrong with that word, and nobody know it. I do, though. When you put those two words together, remember I was talking about I got a pack of seeds? I do. You can't say them words together for some reason. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to try to bring them back. Oh, I know. I know what to do. Oh, Happy Mac, you back. Okay. Good. Thank you. Good. I can see you. Okay. Hey, Black Tropical Homestead. So my question was, and then we'll be done. Is it a good idea to bring 20 rounds of 12 or 1,000 rounds of 22? Whatever 22 you pick is going to be light and agile, and you can keep it strapped over your back. 10-22, if you know what I'm talking about. A 12 is a lot heavier, and okay, you need both, but you can't have both. You ain't gonna be walking around with both of them strapped to you. You're just not. I'm being realistic. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. In realization, I would not. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I would carry with that 22. Thanks, Black Tropical Homestead. With that 22, I will carry this. I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't run out of ammo. Ever. You can literally sit down and whittle the ammo to this. You can sit down and make a whole new bowstring for this. You can sit down and whittle this whole riser for this. You can do anything with this and make it. You can make this whole thing from nothing. Okay? I would, and then you can take it down. This comes apart. Both of the limbs come apart. Once I take this string off, I take both of these limbs off, and it'll only be as long as the riser, which is this long. And I can put this in my backpack. The arrows are just as long. You can put all of that in your pack, and it don't weigh nothing. So I would keep my longbow. I wouldn't keep a crossbow. I wouldn't do a crossbow. That's some TV bull crap, because you can't cock a crossbow like you see Duro doing it. That is bull scat. Like we were talking about earlier, that is full of scat. You are not going to be cocking no crossbow like that with your hands. You're not going to do it. And if you could do it like that, it's either you're strong as hell and you don't need a crossbow, you just need to fight, or that crossbow is super weak. Can't do it. I wouldn't use a compound bow. I got 3 compound bows. One is my bow fishing, and the other one is just my compound bows. I wouldn't use them either, and I'm going to tell you why. Because all of the pulley wheels and all of the intricate crap on that thing go bad. Because one of mine is bad right now. And it's like, If that happens, you really need a professional and you need parts. I can make this, either a long bow or a recurve bow, all day, all day. Arrows cost nothing. So when it comes to, I need to hit some large game, like said bear, like said deer, like said moose, you can still get that job done with that. It might be a little risky. You better be good at your craft, but you can still get it down, and this will take the place of that 12. I would keep that 22 though. I would keep that 22 and this over a 12 all day. All day. Okay? And that's not all your close combat stuff, your knife, your hatchets, and everything else. So with that being said, okay, you can hunt and protect yourself with everything I just said. Is there any questions? That's all I got. That's my own situation. I can't judge anything for nobody else. That's just my situation. Okay? I don't have my bow in the description, but I can put it in there. I can put all of them in there if you want me to. So, any questions before we get out of here? I know I've been on here forever, but I really wanted to. Those are questions y'all asked me, and I wanted to answer them in depth. What time is Lady Lead doing her live stream? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her. I don't even know if she's going to do it today. Okay. Say, all you got, that was a lot. I was just answering y'all questions to the best. I wanted to answer them properly. I think I would add some bug spray so I would not get eaten alive. We do have bug spray. I showed that in my video. We do. And bug netting. So I will, Miss V. Stefan said a longbow is a skill to develop over a long period of time. I gotta disagree with that. Whittling arrows and making longbow, awesome if you can, but again, that's a highly specialized skill. No, it is not. Man, I've been making bows since I was a child. Since I was a child, a little boy. And you know what I used to use for arrows? Bamboo. Bamboo grows it's one of the straightest things. It's like grass. It's one of the straightest things you can get. Easy to make. And you really necessarily ain't got to put a head on it except for some weight. You can make an arrow out of anything. I'm not talking about you making competition bows. I'm talking about you got to eat. Okay? So I got to disagree with you there, my friend, because I've done it myself. And I wouldn't even lie and say that if I didn't. Because I'm going to tell you a quick secret. Not a secret, but a quick story. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I made a bow and arrow. And I'm trying to guess how long from my house to across the street my friend's house was. I'm going to say 30, 40 yards, maybe 30 or 40 yards away. I drew my bow back that I made out of a pine branch, and believe this or not, remember the wire everybody used to use to hang out their clothes to dry? That it got that little plastic stuff on it, got a wire in the very middle of it, and that frayed like polyester stuff, that poly in it. I tied that at both ends of that bow. And I made a bow and arrow, and when I popped that thing, it went, I forgot. Can't leave this part out. I made the head out of a Coca-Cola cap or Pepsi-Cola cap. I put the stick down there and bent that Coca-Cola cap over there, and it just was like a moon shape. I put that through there, and remember everybody had them old metal screen doors? Went straight through their door. My daddy and my mom and daddy had to buy them a new door. Can you believe that? Because I damn can't, even to this day. I'm the one did it. And I got a whooping, but I promise you this, I couldn't believe it. I could have killed somebody. I thought about that. Like, we used to make these and shoot them at each other. And I get the wise idea to hammer a bottle cap on the end of mine. If we was playing that day, I was just trying it out. I would have hurt one of my friends probably critically. That didn't stop me from making them, though. Matter of fact, that didn't stop me from making them at all. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something that's going to take me 2 seconds. Please wait. I'm going to show you something that I taught all of my children, and I keep them to this very day. I'm glad I thought of this. True story. Please stay. I want to show you this. You won't believe it. Please stay. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, but I promise it's worth it. I promise this is worth your wait. I'm so proud I had to show y'all. Okay. Oh, thank you for waiting. It's worth it, I promise you. Because I just thought of this. Look at this. I just thought of this, and I'm still kind of giddy about it. Okay. My son now is 16 years old. When he was 4, he wanted a bow so bad. He wanted a bow like his dad. I wasn't quite ready for him to have a bow after what happened to me as a child, right? So what did I do? I told him this. True story. If you can use this, I'll get you one. It's loose now after all these years. I keep this because this almost made me want to cry, man. I keep this because he got so good at it. This is off of what was the name of that tree? Not a gum tree. It sops up a lot of water, and the limbs are very, very pliable. Oh, okay, it used to be right out here. Okay, this is his first one, right? And it worked great. So now he wanted to know how to make one himself. Not a cypress, not a willow. He wanted to build one himself. So let me put this down gently. I helped him make this one. Me and him made this one. And you see where I carved it out for him so the string could sit. This one is still pliable after all these years. So this been sitting around for over 10 years, over 11 years, man, or better. You can make one. And if I show you the video of my son using this hitting dead center bullseye on a bucket, you won't believe it, man. He's 4 or 5 years old. Not a birch, not a hickory. I think of it, they soak up a lot of water. I used to have one out here. So he got so good at it. That, where is it? I bought him a little Bear Scout. This is a little bit after that. This came around the holidays for his birthday. His birthday is in January. So I got my baby boy his first real bow. And he's a beast. His first real bow. A little later on, a few years later, he outgrew this one. I keep all his bows. I told you we some shooters over here. After a few years, I got him one a little bigger. Another, the little Banshee. Little Banshee. See how much, that's a little longer. His arms started getting a little longer. And now to this day, his bow that he has to this day is up in his room. As a matter of fact, the funny thing about his bow, that started a whole horrible, stupid controversy here on YouTube. You'll never believe that. So, my friend, again, I beg to differ that you can't make your own bow and catch something to eat. I beg to differ, man. They don't gotta look all beautiful, and they don't gotta look like a Native American made them. They can look just like a stick with a string on it, and you can hit something with that. And it'll last a long time. Okay? This ain't something he played with for a day or a week, and then he ain't use it no more. We done replaced, look at the string. The string ain't nothing but that stuff you wrap the doggone a ham with. This is the same string. All we did was that break, replace the string. We never replaced the bow. No, man, I'm telling you, Stefan, I promise you this. I don't like speaking on stuff either I haven't experienced in my life before, done myself. I don't like talking about stuff I don't know. I'm telling you, man, this was worth getting dirty for, brother. This, I was like, man, because I don't want you to think that you can't make no bow. And it won't be accurate. I don't want nobody to think that you need skills like they say even with firearms you need to have armor skills, armor's license. No, you don't. You need armor's license if you're going to be legally fixing other people's firearms. You need that for the law. But for you to be working on your own stuff, no, you don't. So my friend, no, that wasn't against you. I'm glad you brought it up, man. It made me kind of tear up a little bit. So yeah, man. All right. Any questions, man? Any question for anybody? You can do this. You can make it. This is a survival skill I just showed you. It takes no know-how whatsoever. No know-how whatsoever. It's just common sense. Let me see. And I'm going to dig that video up of my boy shooting both of them when he was a kid and when he got a little older. I'm going to show you all of them. Surviving with small children on the move. We answered that in this video, earlier in this video. If you have small children, you need to prepare them just like you're preparing yourself. It's no different. Right now, I can't say this that I didn't speak on. Right now, you can be training your children when to be quiet. You need to be training them on certain hand gestures or certain signals they need to know. Most parents, when I grew up, knew signals without learning them. When my mother was on the phone, this was the signal to shut the hell up. This meant take your ass upstairs. It's no different now. We letting kids be on the video games too long and doing whatever the hell they want. We don't got those parental signals no more. When I'm in the store to this day, I'm not going to tell you, but there are sounds that we make amongst each other to get each other's attention and tell each other what to do. To this very, as a matter of fact, I just did it last night with my wife. There are sounds and gestures that we make amongst each other. We could have 50 yards apart, and if I do a certain gesture, she'll know exactly what I want her to do, exactly where I want her to go. My kids ain't no different. To this very day, they know all of the signals I raised them with. So as far as having children and having to bug out and be on the move, you need to train them when to be quiet, when to duck down, when to hide, telling them, how can you tell them, stay there, I'm coming right back? How can you tell them that? Don't move, don't move. How can you tell them that? And make them do it. Remember, these are your children. They're not, You're not their children. This is to save their life. Make a game out of it. Whatever you have to do. But you have to make sure, the biggest thing about children is they make too much noise. They got too many questions. They can't sit still. They get antsy. You need to start playing a game like who can be still the longest. One of the greatest games that ever been invented on the planet Earth was hide and go seek. Kids don't play that no more. How good can you hide? I knew every freaking crevice and cranny in my house to hide. Places I don't even think the builder knew he built inside that house. I knew where to hide. I promise you, kids need to learn that, not just for fun, but you need to know, or your kids need to know, when to really truly be quiet. Okay? When to really truly be quiet, when to be stealthy. So, that's the only advice I can give with kids. And I've got 3 of my own and I help raise a couple more. But as far as these days in emergency, we really got a lot of work to do because everybody is letting them video games run our kids and raise our kids, and it's not fair. Let me see. I have a granddaughter who is 8. She's a question asker. I stay telling her hush. See, that's when certain points of discipline would have had to come in my household. Where no, when I say be quiet, yeah, man, ain't no more questions. When my father told us to be quiet, there was a reason. My father, and see, I'm going to get on the parents for that now too. Because we so quick to tell our kids, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, be quiet, shut up, get out of my face, shut up. We so quick to do that, it doesn't mean anything anymore. We burn that up. That doesn't mean anything anymore, right? We didn't say that in my house growing up as I was a child. You didn't say shut up. You didn't say be quiet. If somebody said be quiet, either a fight is about to happen or there is a threat. There was a threat. If my father, be quiet. Everybody froze. That was the game. Remember? Red light, green light. Freeze tag. Oh, somebody tapped me so I can get loose. Remember that? Oh, you it? Oh, crap. Somebody come tap me so I can get loose and get away from here. You was real good at that shit. You did not break the rules. You didn't try to move either. You was really froze. Somebody freeze you. Damn. Help me. Oil can. Over here by Miss Anderson's house. Somebody come unfreeze me. Remember that? Red light, green light. Them games taught us life skills, when to shut the hell up. My daddy tell you, quiet. We always like it. You could be on the game. It don't matter what you was in the middle of doing. You racing your AFX cars around the track by Tyco, you better smack that car off the track. Get down. Nobody move. We need to practice that with our children again, because with the things that's going on now, they need to know how to shut up, be quiet, be stealth, know how to hide from danger, because right now it seems like everything is danger. Where to hide, when to hide, how long to hide. I'll be right back. Don't freaking move. Stay with your sister. Stay with your brother. Don't turn their hands loose. We don't do that to our kids no more. I see kids all in the store rolling around like a loose bag of marbles. None of them is with the mamas. You know what? This kid was by me about a week ago. Bad as hell. And everybody thought it was my kid because he was with me. I kept dancing around me. And I'm like, I'm looking for the parents. I don't see nobody. Of course, the first thing you look for is their skin tone. I'm looking around. I don't see nobody this kid's skin tone. I was in Florida. Excuse me. I never knew where he went. This kid is just flying in the wind like a leaf in the fall. Bad as hell. Nobody cared. Matter of fact, he's so bad the parent was probably trying to lose him. I'm telling you, family. we got to do better than that. Stuff is happening these days where we need to be on top of our children, man. Put some rules in their head for danger. Stranger danger. Remember that? Remember that? You scream, somebody when a kid screams stranger danger, man, that was serious. That wasn't no jokes. You know where to hide. Kids so touchy now they don't want to go hide under the porch like we used to play tag. You hid under the porch, under somebody grandmama got one of them wooden porches you can go up under, and with the brick steps. And I know Game Nerd Mom, she's still in here. It's a bunch of those houses still left in Ohio and Toledo. You run up under because they got the little the lattice on the side. You bust through that lattice, man. You hiding in. It's spiders, black widows, tarantulas, rats, dead cats, droppings, scat under that porch. But you ain't gonna move. You can smell the doo-doo that your hand is sitting in, but you're more scared of your best friend feet walking by under that porch. You don't want him to hear you so bad, you don't even take your hand out of this is cat poop. Once he get away, then you like, oh. We need to do that again. Because the first thing kids do, they don't hide no more. They just be all out in the open like, I think somebody trying to kidnap me and stuff. Go, get down, go hide. Remember we was kids, we tied each other up like playing cowboys and robbers, bank robbers, and we tied each other up with somebody's old clothesline or something from their backyard. Your job was to try to wiggle out of that. You're supposed to be the thief. And the sheriff, that's your best friend, he got you. Your job was to try to wiggle out of his whack-ass knot so you can get away. I always got away. Because these knots is whack, son. We don't even learn that no more. Somebody put one of them zip ties around your wrist. You like, oh, Lord, it's over. A zip tie? Shit, you kidding me? Have you ever tried to bite through that old clothesline? You ain't biting through him. He even got metal in him. But a plastic zip tie? I'm going through that, boy. These kids, man, we were talking about strengthening our back. We got to strengthen our kids too. True story. Right? Everything First and Sass is like kids don't know nothing about music and movies and socialization. They don't socialize anymore, man. This is how they battle now. This is how they play tag, freeze tag, red light, green light. They do it digitally. But again, like I was telling my friend with the row machine and the cycling bike and the Bowflex, that's not out there. When you really put your body to the test out there, it hit different. It hit different. You know? Telling you. So, I'm sorry for rambling on y'all. I'm sorry. I got proud of my kids and stuff. And I'm glad my friend brought that up about the bow and making your own bow, because I know you can do that. I know you can. I've done it. My 4 and 5-year-old kids did it. So I know you can do it. I know you can hit that rabbit or that whatever, that turtle. I know you can hit him with a little bamboo stick with a Pepsi cap on the top. I know you can do it. I've done it. I got a whooping for that I'll never forget. But that's part of one of them things that was bad. But boy, I'm sure damn proud I know how to do that, you know? Just in case. How do you pack your bag? What do you keep as easy access? You know something? That's a good one we're going to do, Game Nerd Mom. I'm going to show you exactly how my bag is packed. I'm going to do a video, and there's certain things you need right on you. Immediate access. My immediate access, watch this. I'm not gonna pick my bag up. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to show you. That's a good question. Ugh. Right out the back. What's the first thing in my pack? Can anybody guess? What's the first thing in my pack? First thing. I didn't already even gave you a clue. What's the first thing in my pack? Harmony Home and Garden. Harmony Home and Garden. Email me at leadfarmer73@yahoo.com. Harmony Home and Garden. Please email me at leadfarmer73@yahoo.com. Okay? The first thing in my pack should be in everybody's pack is first aid. The first thing in my pack should be your first aid kit. Before you go buying any of this other crap, you need to know how you can fix yourself, because one of the things that's going to happen to you, you're going to get cut, you're going to get scraped, and when you out there in the shit, scrapes turn into infections, infections turn into death. Quick. Little stuff that we don't care about, like, you know what else I got in here? I think I showed you. Fingernail cutting kit. Fingernails. That one little cuticle that just busted up, or that hangnail, that get infected while you at home, so what? You go wash your hands, throw a little peroxide on it. It's going to be sore for the rest of the day. You good. Out there, that hangnail can either have you getting your finger cut off, or that infection will move through your bloodstream, make you sick until you can't go nowhere else. Little stuff out there ain't the same as little stuff in here. When I get a little cut, when I'm cutting the grass, I stop what I'm doing immediately. Because I know I'm dirty, I'm sweaty, I'm funky, I'm salty, and I got mud on me, dirt, grass, and God only know what else is on me out in this yard. I stop immediately and go see about this little cut or scrape that I just did. Because out there, even in everyday life, that can jack you up. You'd be surprised how many people, when I was a nurse and I worked in the ER, I worked in the ER when I first became a nurse, I'm going to tell you this. You'd be surprised how many people got infections from little stupid stuff that they just said, this ain't nothing. For instance, here's a great one. Splinter. Let that splinter sit in there and get infected. Your body is going to do either two things. Your body is either going to reject that splinter and slowly push it out of your body. It's going to either try to absorb the splinter, which is going to build up all kind of tissue around that splinter that's really going to be sore forever, or it's going to get infected. And that infection gonna run in your bloodstream, and you're gonna be wondering why you feel so weak. This is a splinter that happened 3 months ago. Why you always feel so weak? Why you keep getting sick? Why you can't hold food down? After a while, when the doctor keep asking you a bunch of these questions, are you allergic to this, allergic to that? Has anything happened to you? Anything that's a good doctor or a good nurse is gonna ask you the smallest things. What is the smallest thing? Did you step on a nail, a tack? Well, it ain't worth mentioning. This, how many times we done heard this? How many times have we heard this? Medical professionals. Well, it ain't worth mentioning. That'd be the first words, ain't it? This ain't really worth mentioning, but I got a splinter while I was fishing like a month or so ago, but that's nothing. What splinter show me? That's the first thing, right? Am I lying? If you get a good doctor or a good nurse, they're looking for anything that has broken that cycle, anything. I got it already, Glim. Let's just pay attention. I'm on it. We own it. I took care of that already, y'all. So, trust and believe. The littlest things can kill you, right? So, those little things in your pack mean a lot. Just fingernail clipper, a fingernail clipper, or the head of a needle. A needle and some clippers and some tweezers will pull that splinter right out. Okay? So, that's it. Anything else? Any questions? Let me shut up because I'm feeling good, y'all. Let me see. My little brother, JT says, my little brother got struck by a hook. He didn't take care. Ended up having to get his finger cut off at the hospital. It's little stuff, man. It's the little stuff. Most people can easily die from an infection if they don't have access to antibiotics. True. The first thing you need to do is get whatever it is in your body out. You are so welcome, Motivation Garden. This is another long video. This is longer than the damn Bugout bag video. So I have my EDC bag too, thanks to you. Thank you, K Teacher. And you know what? You ain't got to thank me. Thank yourself for even doing it, because I'm going to say this, and I don't like bragging on it because it's bad. It's kind of good to mention, but bad to mention. I don't like mentioning people's downfalls, but it's worth mentioning. I got an email. I don't know if you got, I got several emails back to be honest. Back, do y'all remember that? And you might be in here. You might know it exactly what I'm about to tell you. Do y'all remember that traffic jam last winter where everybody was stuck on that expressway for a few days? Believe it or not, they was here in the greenhouse lounge, and everything we told them to keep in their car at all times helped them. You might be in here right now, my friend. I'm not telling your business. You don't got to speak up if you in here, but thank you. Thank you. But I just wanted to tell everybody the stuff that we're doing is not a joke. It's not a game. These little simple things and having fun doing this can literally, truly save your life, because one minute you just driving down the road. Next minute you stranded. Remember me a couple weeks ago? Driving down the street, jamming. Next minute I'm on the side of the road figuring, what am I about to do? So this little bitty stuff that we're doing can help you. Do I carry a snake bite kit? I don't right at this moment, but it is something I should incorporate. So yeah, I would. If you're around a lot of poisonous snakes like we are, it's hey, Black Tropical Homes, they say real solutions, real situations. Amen to that. Okay. If I have a tent, invade my tent, and a nail went into. Oh, I got it. Is that self-defense? China Moss, that's actually a good question. Here's the deal. It depends on what city and state you live in and what's your local laws. Because here's the deal with that. Anything, and depending on what kind of certificate you got, your license. If you have your license to carry said tool, yes. So here's the deal. That tent is your dwelling. If you have a tent and you're in it, and somebody is coming in your tent without your permission, or they're coming in your tent unwarranted, that is, they're breaking into your domain. So yeah, unfortunately, then again, check with your local laws and check with your state and authorities and license. Because in my state, yes, if you're in your trailer, say your trailer to your car, you happen to go in that trailer to, I don't know, get some of your luggage, and then here come Mr. Bad Guy. Yep. Because while you're inside your trailer, that is your dwelling. Depending on where you live, okay? Hey, what did he say? A tarp with some paracord. You string that paracord from tree to tree and you put a tarp over it, and then now it's a tent and you laying up under it. That is considered by law a dwelling. That's why they won't let you do it in some HOAs or some neighborhoods. They won't let you put a tent in some, it's a dwelling. Okay, that's it. That's it, everybody. I hope I answered all the questions. I sat up all day trying to go through that video and go through all my emails and answer all of those questions to the best of my ability. So I will be posting the video of the actual bug out bag build and the actual practice from yesterday at the end of this video, okay? Everything that we saw here today and in each and every video is in the description box below, and all the links and everything is there, just so you don't have to ask, okay? So I'm gonna get those emails like, hey, where you get that walking stick? It's in there. Where you get that knife? It's in there. It's in there. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Happy Friday. Go enjoy your family. Teach your kids when to play a game with them. Teach them how to hide. Teach them how to be quiet. Teach your kids this stuff too. Because a loud, unruly, untrained child will end up being you and probably their demise. Remember that. It's a lot of moms in here. It's a lot of people in here, fathers with children. There's a lot of us in here. And if your kid don't know when to be quiet, that's a hazard. It's a hazard, okay? Because don't just think of it as an emergency situation like, you need to bug out. Think of it as, what if a stranger comes in the house? I've seen little kids walk up to me, hi. Hell no, you better not do that. No, I never let my kids do that. My kids will come behind me, or they shouldn't even be in the room. If my kids was on the porch playing and a man approached the porch, say an insurance salesman, somebody trying to sell me something, anything, they came in the house. Dad, it's a man at the door. If they in the house, somebody knock on the door, they know to leave the room. Get away from this door. Go upstairs, go in the other room, get away from this door with me. There's nothing here for children to see. Barney didn't come to the door. Okay? Power Rangers didn't come to the door. Thundercats didn't come to the door. If they did, it would have been bad anyway. But you understand what I'm saying. That wouldn't have worked either. If Transformers and Thundercats came to the door, that's even worse than a stranger danger. That's a freak, So let's train our kids up for. I pray that I'm wrong. I hope this is all unnecessary. I pray this is all unnecessary. I pray that we never have to use any of this. I hope and I pray that we did all of this for nothing. But the way things is looking, the way things are looking, it look more like we need to hurry up more than it and get our prep and pray. It look like we need to hurry up and prep and pray more than chill. The way things look. Just saying. All right. Laird Farmer 73, everybody have a wonderful Friday. Please prep and pray. Be safe. Tell your kids, pull them to the side, how to be quiet, how to hide, play with your kids. Because it may save their life someday. You don't know. Just from plain old stranger danger stuff, not even bugging out. All right, everybody have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. I'm going to see when Lady Led is ready to go. I don't know if she's going to do it today or another day, but she is going to do it because her bag is sitting right here. All right, everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you to all my moderators for watching my back. And thank you for everybody. Please, thank you. And I'm sorry for, I can't remember who I sent to the cornfield, but I had to get rid of them words. I'm going to talk about that later, too, about them seeds, okay? Everybody have a wonderful day. Live from 73. I love you. Stay safe, and I'm out.